going to tab over to this screen, and just before I hand the mic back to our sponsor, I want to say, set the stage for us before you introduce the characters, if you would, please.
So, we're in the early years of the, I believe it's the early years of the 1890s.
1890? I've got 1880 on my notes.
My apologies.
No worries. Nope. Hey, I'm just trying to help you out, friend.
1880s. The world's gone a little wonky since the Great Quake of '68. Ever since then, the West has been a little weirder, and the East has been a little more unstable. Since the West became weird, folks been popping up with new kinds of issues requiring a new breed of man and woman. These new folks tend to take on the role of monster hunters, problem solvers, shamans, holy men, just about anything. This weirdness is by nature truly strange. We're dealing with monsters, demons, spirits, and no one quite knows why any of it's happening. But that's not particularly the point of our subject, is it? For now, we're focusing in on a little town in Colorado called Clifton. Well, we've got some would-be heroes rolling in, looking to save the day. Fuck. I was on a roll.
Yeah, you're still good. Hang in there.
Good.
Hold on to that horse. You got it.
Something started stabbing me from my pocket. Being led by his ever-famous White Bird, and with a brand new posse with him. Would you please introduce yourself, Charles?
Name's Charles Creed. There's a problem that needs solving. More likely than not, I can help you out. Whatever that goes bump in the night, I'm the fella who bumps back. Now, some folk take offense to that, but, well, if I can help you sleep at night, I don't mind being called a charlatan. I am currently traveling with a couple of folks I picked up a little bit farther east, though not too much. Mr. Chance and Miss Evangeline.
Mr. Chance, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself next?
Well, now, I do got a proper name, but y'all can call me Chance for now. Usually, well, before I used to be in this kind of business, I was one of the accredited Texan Rangers. Similar to what Mr. Creed does, only we try to keep things a little more on the down so that nobody knows what's going on. But I may or may not have let a couple things slip out. Drinks get a little heavy, card tables get a little rowdy, and well, they done kicked me off. But I was able to find some refuge with the trusted deck of playing cards and some really strange spirits.
Still gotta work on that poker face of yours, Mr. Chance.
I have a poker face, I just choose not to use it.
And the good journalist Miss Evangeline, would you please be so kind?
Miss Evangeline Kincaid with the Tombstone Epitaph. I'm here to figure out whatever the heck is going on. I'm going to make sure the truth gets out there.
Wonderful. And you folks have been riding off to Clifton for probably a few days now. Though, there's another duo that's also on their way here, looking to solve some issues themselves. Shall we call him a larger man fit for the world at large? And, well, bit of silver amongst the dirt. Miss Diamond Papadakis, would you please?
Absolutely. Name's Diamond Papadakis. I honestly did not think of how to introduce this character. Fuck. Here's the thing. The point is, I'm not gonna introduce myself because that could get me in a lot of trouble.
Fair enough. Then on the inverse.
If I may break in for just a second.
Hmm?
Chat likes Tombstone Epitaph. Good job, Birchmila.
Thank you.
Well then, Mr. Du Bois, would you mind?
Dubois to you, good sir. Marcus Dubois, practicing biologist. I been down in the American country for a good bit now, working on a couple different experiments. You know, I'm a man of science, and as science likes to progress a little bit beyond the means of the average man, I'm the type that goes chasing after it in search of new innovations. And
That-
I've heard that there's a lot of different things coming down the pipeline.
I'm using my natural accent, and your Cockney is better than my Southern. Holy shit!
My God,
All right, thank you guys. I am trying.
You
Yeah.
literally sound like that dude that's in almost every like English vampire movie that plays the like street vampire dude. Like you sound basically. I'm talking about Spike. You sound like Spike. It's cool.
Awesome. All right, I'm glad you think so. Right, yeah, that's Marcus Dubois to you, not
Here's-
Dubois.
Here's hoping it doesn't get mixed in with all the Southern.
Yeah, right.
Oh God.
Welcome to hell. There are multiple of us talking in Southern accent, and then there's Cockney.
Well, no, ain't hell. This is Colorado, though. They are.
Well,
Here we go again.
with this ragtag little band introduced, let's look at the problem, shall we?
Yeah, tell us about Clifton.
Clifton's a little town out in Colorado Rockies that's been, shall we say, advertising for a few weeks now that they got evil on the horizon, and their reverend ain't nowhere to be seen.
Ooh.
They've been, oh, I'm out of soda. Sorry,
What?
He's out of soda.
I was supposed to stay in my head. I'm sorry.
Well, luckily
Oh.
for you, it didn't come through. So
Oh, okay.
you and Cook are both rather quiet. You're not now, but you were. Cook is quiet though.
I'm a little far away from the microphone.
Well, that would do it. So, how big is Clifton?
Clifton ain't too big of a town. You can find your way straight across it in about 10 minutes. Right in one end, straight out the other. It's something of a resupply town, and oh fuck.
You said we're in the Rockies, so we're west of Denver.
Hmm.
So mining town, probably.
They got some mining, but their primary means of acquiring cash flow is restocking caravans.
Oh, interesting. It's a trader's town.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I think if you will permit me, I think we see the white crow of Charles Creed, like literally a white crow, like fly into the town and like sit on the Clifton sign with all the regular crows, and then we see the three horsemen ride into view with the what time of day is it?
It's roughly, I'd say it's roughly about 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock in the afternoon. So riding into the afternoon sun.
It's not too shabby of a little town.
Mm.
They're surrounded on all sides by woodland, but aside from where the road lies.
So we came into
Uh.
a forest.
Chances are better than that.
Interesting. Yeah, I can't speak for the others, but Creed wears a long coat that is almost the same color as his horse, which is like a dusty gray. Got a black hat with bullets on it, and behind him in the saddle is this big like merchant's like traveling case. And Creed is probably at the head of the column, unless Cookie or Evangeline have, or sorry, Chance or Evangeline have a different opinion on that. Simply because he's following the crow.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, that adds up.
So then you guys come riding into town, and it's not a shabby town.
Mm.
The buildings are of good make, but they're all clear. It's all clear that they get enough business through here that maintenance takes a little bit longer than you'd like.
I'm not wanted in this town, am I?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be the
Even
worst?
Hey, I
Even
have
if
to
you-
ask.
even if you were, you're one of the famous types.
Mm.
And
Famous
you're-
Makes it all the
infamous.
easier to find him.
Aye,
And
famous,
you're-
infamous, depending on who you ask.
And your particular profession is precisely what they're looking for, so they'd be likely disinclined to arrest you at this time.
Have to check. Creed
At
is
least not yet.
Creed's an older man. He's young enough to be fit, but he's old enough to be weathered. So he's a little bit more Arthur Morgan and a little bit less John Marston.
Mm-hmm. What do Chance and Evangeline look like?
Yeah.
Chance has got a really, I'm not gonna say dingy, but it has gotten its use in time. Blackened suit and beige duster. He's definitely a younger, almost like a young Clint Eastwood.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So
And,
you fill the John Marston slot then.
Yeah,
I hear you.
and any time that there's a cut to see him fiddling around, shuffling a deck of cards, just doing anything with those.
If you could fix your mic situation, it'd be good.
I don't know what's going on. I'm talking. I have everything normal.
He sounds fine to me.
He sounds fine. He's just an order of magnitude quiet compared to everyone else. I don't think I have you turned down, Cook. Let me double check just to be sure. No, you're maxed on my side. And you're an order of
Maybe.
magnitude quieter, so
Well, maybe I just
There you
need
go.
to get a little closer.
yeah, there you go. You fixed it. That's perfect. That's where you usually are.
Well, good. I'll talk right into the microphone and give some ASMR action.
And then Miss Kincaid's got a dress on, but it's like a working woman's dress. It's not,
Nice.
It's nothing fancy. White hat, blonde hair in a bun, and sunburnt. She looks bright and almost naive if it wasn't for the bags under her eyes.
Mr. Chance, have we gotten Miss Kincaid a proper coat yet?
Didn't you buy her one? I thought you bought her one.
I absolutely can have bought her one. I've got enough money.
Oh, good. You should have bought her one then.
Cool. So why don't you add a duster to that, Miss Kincaid?
All right.
Get the what is the girl from Red Dead's name? The one who lost her husband and then she pulls on the duster and starts riding with the men. What is her name?
Oh, fucking.
I feel like it starts with a D, doesn't it? It's not Daisy, but it starts with a D. I'm pretty sure. Regardless, that's who I imagine.
Mm-hmm. Then coming in from a little bit further out from town still, I imagine we've got the dynamic duo, Miss Papadakis and Dubois.
Dubois.
Dubois, Mr. Dubois. Pardon me, sir.
Mr. DeBoy.
I will let him break you.
It's the boy. Sorry.
Right.
Damn it, Fox.
I'll give you the boy.
I bet you will.
Right.
Well, of course you'll give us the boy. Otherwise, you'll have to roll up a new character.
Right?
Heck.
Fake.
So I imagine you folks are not too far from Clifton by this time, but why don't you describe yourselves as well?
Yeah. We were heading in like heading in from a different direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So I'd say Marcus Dubois is like if I could compare him to like a pop culture character, it would probably be like Tombstone from I think Marvel or is it DC? But like it just basically a large, a tall, large kind of.
You mean the blonde gangster from Spider-Man?
Is he from Spider-Man?
Tombstone? Yeah, he's a gangster.
Oh, okay. I like that, but I guess like less blonde because the one I saw in like the comic depictions looks like he has black hair.
Well,
He's like albino.
It depends on the it depends on the depiction, but he's a big dude. He's like 8 feet tall and built like a tree.
Yeah. So bring that
Yeah,
down
crazy.
like 2 feet, and you can keep the built like a tree part.
Ooh, okay.
He's wearing relatively formal clothes actually. He's fit for like beating it out in the desert more or less, but you could tell that his shirt is designed or was meant to be worn in like a more like formal environment, but now it's got like dust and dirt on it by now.
So he's carrying around a giant neon sign that says Greenhorn. Got it.
And to that end, Mr. Dubois, you're a man of modified stature, are you not?
Sorry?
No, he just said he wasn't 8 feet tall.
You're a man who's made replacements where they need be made.
Yeah, actually, it's not immediately obvious, but when every second step on his left foot, there's a very loud metal thunk.
Are you walking or are you riding?
Well, riding, which is why I didn't
Specifying.
Got it.
Specified immediately, but basically, other than that, like facial features, he's got a large stitch actually across his forehead, and several like probably like faded out scars on his knuckles and forearms. But other than that, yeah, he seems like he just got kicked out of like the office and has to beat it in the desert, to like traveling from caravan to caravan to make money. He looks like unemployed.
Are you traveling with a caravan or are you traveling alone?
He's traveling with Miss Papadakis.
Well, yes, but
Are the two of you with a caravan or traveling alone?
thank you.
Just us.
Just us.
1 horse or 2?
2 diamond bottom 1.
7 horses.
Is Diamond big enough to ride a horse? Serious question. I thought Diamond was like 16.
Yes. Diamond. I'll explain how
just needs-
Diamond is in a minute.
She would just need a slightly smaller horse.
Okay, fair.
Also, stealing a horse is an option.
Valid.
We'll get to that in a minute. Continue, Shy.
Oh, well, I was done.
All right, I just wanted to make sure. Much in juxtaposition to Mr. Dubois, Diamond Papadakis is significantly smaller and obviously a little more up and up. Standing at about roughly 5 foot 5'5", 5'4", without her boots, Diamond has perfectly white hair that's been done up in a bun with a very nice black bow. eyes that are pale blue, like the color Hank blue, with a choker that matches, wearing a rather nice dress for someone who's been gallivanting in the desert with riding boots. The other only real concerning matter of Pod Diamond is the fact that she's wearing a Texas Ranger jacket, one that
Oh
is
dear.
many sizes too big.
And is quite emblazoned with authority, if I'm correct.
Yep. Because, if anything, maybe 3 of the supplies Diamond is carrying are her own. The rest are stolen from her own dad.
Thief!
My dad's a bastard, and I regret nothing.
So, interesting group we have here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, pretty strange.
I think
It's pretty normal.
I think Creed starts riding through the gate into town, talking to Chance and Miss Kincaid, unless of course we're stopped by someone. And he says, "Let's get some water for these horses and start taking a look around, see what needs doing."
Now, Mr. Creed, you're sure this is the place we're supposed to be going to? I know
Mr.
that
Chance, you
crow-
see that bird on the gate there?
I know your crow. You mention it just about every time we wake up. Now, what's he want?
That's for me to determine, or I guess in this case, us to determine. There's something here, else we would have been seen on through.
To clarify, Gamzee, did we get the memo about the missing reverend, or...
Yeah, that's a valid question.
I imagine you would have. It's not something that's being
Hidden.
kept secret, per se.
Mm.
Like you said, it was being advertised and all.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
So I think what Miss Kincaid says is, y'all see that sign up there? That your bird's sitting on?
Nah.
Mm.
Clifton, right? Isn't that the town with the missing reverend?
That it is, Miss Kincaid, as astute as ever. But before we go riding off to find this reverend, our horses need resupplied.
Well, my
I'm well aware.
what they
And
should
I
be.
imagine wherever we get the water from, we can ask around to see what happened.
You're beginning to understand how this works.
She makes a face like, really?
Creed gives you a good-natured smile.
So
It,
yeah.
it should be noted, if I can address the audience for just a moment, Marshall, it should be noted that Miss Kincaid and Mr. Creed do not see eye to eye. Mr. Creed has seen a number of things out here in the wilds that would make a grown man cower in fear and count his children. Miss Kincaid has seen likewise, but in her case it's been the hearts of men corrupted by greed and worse, and the monsters that go bump in her neck of the woods are a little bit less than sincere. It leads these two to be at good-natured rivalry.
And then Chance is just here in the corner.
Chance is third
Chance is-
wheeling on the most awkward date of all time.
Yeah, chances dealing with A, Creed, and B, Kincaid.
Yup.
And see himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And soon a monster of a man and a 17-year-old girl.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that yet.
Yeah, fair.
So, not much different than his current situation.
Hey-o!
I don't think it's very hard to find a spot to hitch up your horses where they got water.
I mean, probably it's the saloon.
Yeah.
There's a
a-
saloon in Clifton, right?
Absolutely.
Cool.
If there ain't, we're gonna have
It's a
some
restock
rivalry.
town, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a
Prob-
restock.
Is there
They've
more
prob-
than one?
There probably is.
Is there one that Creed has a rapport with either the barkeep or the girls?
Well, has Creed been out this far west?
Yes. Creed has been all the way to Sioux territory, friend.
Fair enough. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
First roll. That's an 82, Marshall.
That's a number.
I imagine there's a couple of girls you visited around this area before.
I will take them to that saloon then.
Okay. You guys like start riding through town. You end up at a little saloon called the Blackwater.
Nice.
Ew.
Nice. Ew.
God. It's just like high school all over again.
Right. Creed's
Uh.
tying up the horse, taking that big case off the back of it. Like, weighs down his hand. He has to carry it at his side.
You guys tie up your horses, go on in. And the number of folks in the room kind of seems deceptive of the time of day. It's, well, shall we put it bluntly, the saloon's in full swing.
Mm.
Mm.
What time did you say it was?
It's
About 3 o'clock.
About 3
about 3
o'clock.
o'clock in the afternoon.
Can I, barring the obvious three strangers roll in and everybody stops talking and the music stops playing and all that other Western shtick, can I get a quick read of the room?
Yeah, there's a mechanic for this. Oh god, I'm becoming Nightfall.
Ooh, twink derogatory.
Scrutinize?
From what I can remember, scrutinize would be about accurate.
Alright.
That's not bad.
Thank you.
You look across the room, and it seems, well, for those that are sober, things are dreary, and only joy they're getting right about now is from those that are drunk and can't help themselves but singing their heart outs by the piano man.
Mm. Is there a vacant table or at least a vacant chair where I can set my case down?
I imagine there's a vacant table, yeah.
Creed set the case down, tip his hat, go over to the bar.
Meanwhile, Kincaid's gonna go badger the people singing their hearts out.
And Chance is going to find the gambling tables.
Of course.
So, mind you, this is a two-story saloon.
Right.
So Chance probably by default starts hopping up the stairs.
Well, the upstairs would be the brothel, no?
There's a lot of places that'll separate it. Front, the portion facing the road is where they keep gambling tables.
Got it.
The back portion away from the road is where they keep the.
So it's a bigger tavern then.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Bigger place.
Creed,
Mhm.
you go walking up to the bar and the bartender's like crouched, digging around under the in a cabinet, with his back to you.
Yeah, Creed will politely take a seat and wait for him to finish.
He probably like pulls out a little bottle, stands up, swaps it with an empty one on the top, puts that empty bottle into the cupboard, and turns to look at you.
Is it the same barkeep as usual when I'm here?
Yeah,
Matthew?
Creed. Been a bit.
It has indeed. Bourbon, if you please. And whatever my companions need when they come up, point them out.
Creed, you made friends?
I'm as surprised as you are, Matthew.
She's like, he like reaches behind himself without really looking, starts pouring bourbon.
Hear about the Reverend.
Oh, fantastic.
And anything else you got stirred up?
I don't know if you're hearing, good Sir Creed, but we're looking evil dead in the eyes out here right now.
Well, that's why you call on men like me.
My question for you, Creed. He sets the glass in front of you.
Hmm.
Why'd
Creed
you,
sets down a couple of probably sets down like $1 bill.
why'd you go and bring a little lady in here like that? And points over at Evangeline.
Because
Evangeline's trying to talk to one of the dudes singing at the piano.
Right.
because that woman has more fire in her than a cornered rattlesnake.
Oh, so you finally found yourself one to keep.
Creed halfway lifts the glass of bourbon, freezes, sets it back down.
At arm's length, maybe.
Yeah, right. In the same way that you keep your distance from a coyote, Matthew.
Well, fair enough. I simply assumed you finally decided maybe it was time to enjoy the finer things in life.
There's nothing finer than a glass of bourbon and a job well done.
I think there's a little more to it personally, but I suppose you'll be wanting to know the usual rumors then.
Don't trouble yourself, seems business is good. I was just going to go and have a chat with Miss Daisy.
Well, you feel free, though be careful.
Hmm?
Her brother's one of the ones that gone missing.
Now, Matthew, you know as well as I do, sips bourbon. I'm a man of impeccable scruples.
I think he pulls a cup from underneath the bar, raises it to you, takes a quick drink, and puts it back under.
Mm.
Goes and starts cleaning other cups.
Meanwhile,
Uh, I'm terribly sorry, Grace,
Yeah.
but you're over there trying to get something out of the guys singing. They're probably keeping each other stood up, doing the arms over the shoulders shtick.
oh god, they're plastered.
They are blasted to the moon, man.
All right. What about the guy at the piano?
The guy at the piano is just he's giving you this look like you're not gonna get anything out of him, ma'am.
The guy at the piano does not get paid enough for this shit.
Long as they stood here, they're paying me, so I'm just gonna keep on playing.
All right, then I think I'm gonna go badger the barman too.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what to run for you, Mr. Chance. For your gambling attempts. I don't know what to roll.
Speaking
well,
of gambling, we didn't do chips.
Oh shit, we didn't do chips.
Chips.
Didn't roll for Evangeline's nightmare either.
Right.
Well, let's
No,
retcon
you don't
some
have
of
to
that
roll
stuff
for your
now.
nightmare because every time you sleep near Creed, he takes care of it. Remember?
Yeah, but don't you gotta roll for that?
Mm-mm.
Could have sworn you have to roll for that.
You have to roll for that, but I have very, very slight shaman powers when it comes to that, and I've been able to help you. Gamzee ruled it.
So long as he's got the right supplies, he can do it. But he's got to stay topped up.
Gotcha.
Mhm. I'll probably be topping up while we're here in town.
I gotta try to remind myself how the chips work.
I don't know what to tell you, friend.
Do I need to go get the shiny bag of chips?
Yes, you need to go get the shiny bag of chips.
I'll go get the shiny bag of chips.
I just don't remember who gets what roll, or who gets what chips rather.
I don't know how the chips work, so
Not looking for gear, dear book.
In the meantime, while Cookie's getting the chips, because Cookie probably knows, why don't you do a thing with Evangeline? Or
Right.
with Doctor and Diamond. The Doctor and Diamond, that is a tavern name. I'm just going to file that away for later. Sorry.
That's a good one too.
So you two probably ain't too far from town.
Nope. We're
Um,
probably getting there.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you two taking the more direct route, or have you been following the road?
Probably the more direct route, unless the doc told her not to. Because Diamond wants to get out there, get the work done, and get going again.
Doc's excited to get to town, so he's all for the direct route.
Okay.
Straight to the point with both of us.
So you two are riding along. I don't think it's probably about the same time that the other three are reaching Blackwater Saloon. The you two roll into town from the side.
Yeah.
Like we ride in on our horses on one of the side entrances to town.
Like you're coming through and there's a break in the you can see the buildings and you come riding through and it's like you're coming like right between two buildings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting out front of one, you can just about tell clear as day it's a general store, and the other, well, your guess is as good as mine.
Are there any signs indicating what town this is?
Within the town itself, I don't believe so, but well, there may just be something. If you roll me a scrutiny or a search.
Sir.
Which one of us?
I think both of us could be able to do it because we're
Yeah.
both looking around town, right? So
Yes, sir.
Damn it.
Okay. I think Mr. DeBoer is the one who sees it.
Dubois.
Dubois. Is the one who
no,
sees
this is good. We'll keep this as a running joke. I love it.
Mr. Dubois, I believe, is the one who sees it. A building that has a big sign on the front of it that says the Clifton Bank.
Thinking this is the right place?
First National Bank of Clifton.
Like, she asks him, do you think this is the right place? Because she hasn't seen the sign yet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just talking to someone. Yeah. So, I think like Dubois kind of like pauses in, like he pulls on the reins a little bit and stops his horse. He looks back at her and he's like, well, we've been through a couple other towns and, actually, is there a clear view of the mountains? Like the mountains are like pretty close by to this town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like I think like he looks around and then like his eyes catch on the mountains and he points over to like very distinctly and he's like, well, Miss Papadakis, if you ask me, I'd say that we're in the right place, just considering the giant mountains on our side and the lay of the town.
Listen, this is the farthest from home I've ever been. And remember, keep it to Diamond.
Whatever. Diamond. We're here. All right?
Perfect. Now, where do you think we should go to get information about that job?
Well, I'd say our best bet would probably be the tavern, but at the same time, frankly, this is the farthest I've ever been over to the west, and I definitely haven't been have definitely haven't been rolling around the mountains very often, so we'll have to check out the tavern probably.
Got it. And yeah, Diamond will hop off her horse and start walking the horse, trying to find anywhere.
Dubois will do this.
It's looking for what particularly?
Just a tavern to put their horses at and get information.
Well, I guess yeah, to string up the horses.
Well, as for a spot to string up the horses, this is a caravan town, a resupply stop. They've more than likely got multiple spots throughout town that you can hook up a horse and leave them be for a bit.
Yeah, but Diamond isn't gonna leave her horse too far from wherever she's gonna be.
Right. So, why don't you, one of you, roll me a basic flat old D4.
Okay. You want to do it, Sibs?
I'm fine with whatever.
All right, Sibs, you do it. I have a horrible luck.
Remember.
I mean, mine ain't much better.
Remember to add an exclamation point at the end of the D4 because we use exploding dice.
Oh no.
Okay, so Mint, you guys end up heading over to the Green Glass, a little saloon closer to the front entrance, the quote-unquote front entrance of town. It's probably one of the older looking buildings in town. I'm getting real tired of doing this accent, but I've reached a point where I, for some reason, cannot stop.
Meh.
So, hooray.
Have fun, hon.
You've reached the point of no return, my friend.
You've yeed your last haw.
It's like me after doing Shago for 4 hours.
Well, fucking hell, where was I? Right.
Green glass.
It seems to be one of the older bars in town. Not really that lively, considering, but the general store next door seems to be getting quite a good bit of business going, so.
Looks at the saloon, looks to her colleague, looks to the saloon, looks to her colleague. Perfect!
Sounds like we're in the right place. I'm losing the accent a little bit.
Diamond's gonna tie her horse there. Should we take our stuff inside, or do you think we'd be okay to leave it?
Honestly, never been in this town. Looks pretty, yeah, I think we should take our stuff with us.
Alright. So yeah, Diamond does what she did the first time the two of them met and just takes all of her stuff off her horse and just carries it inside.
Yeah. Marcus travels light, so he's going to take like his little rucksack that he had attached to the horse saddle, put it over his shoulder, and just follow in after her.
You two probably get a bit more of a significant turnaround reaction than the other three did.
Because it's a lot quieter and... Yeah.
Right, and primarily because you got a fancy young lady walking in with enough gear to go camping for 2 weeks. And a larger gentleman following in close behind.
Yeah, basically looking like a freaking bodyguard.
Right.
He basically is.
You're giving off the aura of a rather important figure.
The jacket probably don't help. But yeah. Any empty tables?
Oh, certainly. You've got your pick of the lot in here right now.
Diamond is gonna let Mr. Dubois choose where they sit.
Probably something closer to the front.
All right.
Like closer to the bar counter.
Okay. So you go like, are you taking a table near the bar, or are you taking a spot at the bar?
Near the bar, but like on the farther side of the tavern, I guess.
Opposite the door as opposed to opposite the stairs.
Yeah.
Is anyone else hearing that, or is that just me?
Hearing what?
Hearing what?
It's like a staticky than a like boop boop boop.
It's not me, is it?
I don't think so. I was hearing it a little bit earlier too.
There was some bumping behind me, but I muted up, and if it's static, I need to know so I can reset my system.
I haven't heard anything, but I'm on a push to talk, so I don't think it's me.
I'm on push to talk as well, so.
Shy, can you blather for a sec?
Yeah, sure. Blather, 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 blather.
Strange, I heard it while you were talking.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, while he was talking, somebody dropped something behind me. It might be me.
Mm.
I mean, we'll figure it out in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It might be on my end. I'm not sure.
I think somebody's doing laundry behind me. I've got my door pulled, but the good news is the stream can't pick it up.
Good.
Right.
In the
So,
meantime,
in the meantime, where was we? Right.
Diamond and Dubois were taking a seat in the green glass.
Yeah. I think like as they get comfortable, Dubois speaks up. He's like, I never get tired of this. The looks they give us when we walk into a place, it just it makes you feel important.
Diamond chuckles a bit. I've noticed.
Yeah, but I suppose since we got to figure out if this is the place, let's get down to business. You want to talk amongst the folks here, or you want me to do some talking? And he gestures by cracking his neck a little bit.
No need for that. I can take care of the talking.
Right. Well, since we've made a successful journey, I'm gonna go to the counter and celebrate. We'll report back in here in, let's say, 30.
You do that.
So,
Right up.
So Shy, Mr. Dubois is headed up to the bar to, as they may say, get slightly plastered on as celebratory.
Mm-hmm.
Hun question backstage.
Yep, don't worry, I saw it.
He's going to grab a glass of whatever they've got that's whatever hooch they've got that's the not necessarily the strongest, but the cheapest.
Mm. You're looking for a beer, not a whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can probably get something and well, let me think here. Well, you probably walk over, get ready to start celebratory drinking, and we'll figure out that price once we find out how much you drink.
Oh my. No, let's keep it enough that I can still stay legible.
You wanna keep your wits about you.
Yeah.
More slightly buzzed rather than full on drunk.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Especially since it's a strange town. Strange happenings.
Let me find my thingers, because I have a thing for prices, believe it or not.
They really do think of everything.
The good news is everything is exceptionally cheap because it's the 1800s. The bad
Mhm.
news is that's after inflation.
Right.
Yeah, like
Yep.
things are exceptionally cheap because it's 1800s, which is great, but we have an equivalent amount of money, so it's
Precisely.
kind of a moot point.
Yep.
Um, you probably get through a bottle, and the cost is going to be about $50.
Damn.
Sure.
50 cents for a bottle of beer? Really? Wow.
It's a restock town. They've pretty much got you locked in as soon as you roll up.
Fair enough.
So yeah, he's going to break into the beer and like once he finishes, he's probably gonna call over to the barkeep.
Finish it. Call to the barkeep. Can a young man comes walking back over to you. Can I help you, sir?
Right. Well, first of all, thank you for the hooch. Second of all, let's talk business here. I'm new in town, if you haven't noticed, as is my partner over there, and we're looking to know a bit more about the particular goings on in town, which, if you haven't heard, have been passing down the grapevine to a number of different places. So you can expect that me and her are not going to be the only people coming to ask, but we'd like to get ahead of the curve, so to speak. So,
Now, sir, you speak kind of funny. What do you want?
do I?
Big fucking man. Do I?
I'm waiting for the you will.
It will happen.
Oh
It
yeah.
will.
It'll probably happen to Creed.
You what, mate?
Just looking to understand what you're saying a bit better, because I don't understand.
I want information on what's happening in Clifton, boy.
You talking about the job we've been advertising?
Yes.
Right. You sure you're the type that can handle that? He leans up a little bit to look at Diamond. I'm not sure you and your friend over there are exactly the types we've been looking for.
Well, if you're underestimating her, that's the biggest mistake I've ever heard someone make. But nevertheless, I'll let that slide and say that we're going to do just fine.
Speaking of, what would I have to roll to see if I could get information out of people, or would that just be Diamond talking?
It'd probably be a... Well, let's think, shall we? Are you gonna
You can continue with shy first if you want.
Well, hold on. How about we say performance, persuasion,
Got it.
not shy.
Diamond!
I love how regardless of what Sibs rolls ever, she always just angrily shouts the character's name.
Right.
Wow.
I get frustrated.
It's great because you never get to know what it is by her reaction. So, oh my god, every single time I do this, I get full of air. So, Mr. DeBoer, I'm gonna need a persuasion from you as well for this young man to be able to tell you anything about the situation at hand.
All right, the boy will roll a persuasion roll.
Well, here he come, that boy.
I was waiting for it.
I've been resisting this entire time.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Yeah, I think you got a problem there.
No.
What did I miss?
Okay, so
Yes.
you're like, I'd like to know what's going on in this town, and the young man just like looks at you and says, like, with all due respect to you, sir, I don't believe the situation looks for one of your stature, or looks at Diamond, calling.
We're really gonna do this.
Oh God.
What, sir?
Is there an intimidation roll?
There should be.
I believe there is. Let me see if I can find it. You keep going. I'll look.
Okay. Because I think he's going to Dubois is going to kind of square his shoulders a little bit, shove the bottle aside, or not shove it so that it like falls off the counter, but just like slide it over, and he's going to make like dead eye contact with the bartender, and he's going to say, maybe I don't want to take the job. Maybe I just want to know. And you're going to tell me if you know what's good for you.
So I can answer the question if you want, GM.
Totally.
It would either be overall or guts, depending on the role.
Okay. I think this one would call for overall.
Okay.
So
I didn't know he was wearing overalls.
I will give you credit, Gracie. Every opportunity you get, you pounce. Even if it's delayed by a couple of seconds, you always jump on the opportunity to make one of these jokes.
You're welcome.
I think he just like looks at you, clears his throat, and a guy that was laying on the bar just like blindly reaches down, grabs his gun, and like points it at you.
What? Diamond see this? Does Diamond see this?
Probably.
Oh no.
Oh Christ.
Oh no.
With
Dr. DeBola here has been traveling long enough with Diamond to know how badly this is gonna go.
With respect to you, sir, I've been a bartender in this town for a good little while. My family has owned this building since Clifton first started up. I've got something of a reputation, and as such, I've got something of a protection.
Yes, I can see that. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot. I'm sure there's plenty we've got in common. We could discuss things. I think I don't think we need to get too hasty here, do we?
He's like making this face. He's making that like cocky cat face I'm talking about.
Hey, hun.
Mm.
Diamond is giving the man with the gun the stare.
Stare.
He's got his head down on the counter, using his other arm as like a pillow.
Then she's probably giving that to the bartender, like, motherfucker, make him put that gun down.
I think the bartender, like at Mr. Dubois' apology, Dubois' apology.
At Dubois' apology.
At Dubois' apology, he like says, "All right, that's enough, Mr. James. Thank you very much." The guy just puts the gun down.
GM, if I may,
Hmm?
this guy's plastered, right?
Oh yeah.
Is there any chance that he
No chances in
fumbles
the other bar.
holstering his gun and fires off a shot?
Also,
Did my persuasion get me anything?
Yes, but we will get to that. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's check the.
I have a follow-up question. That's why I'm asking.
There is a chance.
yes, in the Blackwater.
Yeah, right.
What do you want?
He does not.
Okay. My follow-up question was going to be, if the gun goes off, could we hear it in the Blackwater? I will shut up
Oh.
now.
That didn't roll the way I wanted it to. That should be a 5. Either way, he's fine. I gotta figure out how that works. What the fuck did I do?
What's the problem?
Give me a quick sec. I am now experiencing technical difficulties.
This is gonna go so fucking terribly once this party meets.
Okay, I think I got it. I had accidentally pressed F12 and then backspace, and the whole screen just whited out.
Yeah, that would do it.
That's weird.
So
Weird.
so no suspicious noises from the green glass then.
Not
That
yet.
we can
No.
hear.
I mean, it is a saloon.
I mean, yes.
So then, Miss Diamond,
Yep.
cookie roll a D100. Miss Diamond, you
fuck?
you start asking around, and oh fuck, okay. Most of the gentlemen are very welcoming to your questions, but others are, shall we say, a touch more perceptive and rather not speak to you. A couple of them give you the lowdown on what's happening here in Clifton. The Reverend's gone missing recently, and ever since, things have been just going on downhill. They've had to work, the town's had to work together on multiple nights recently to corral some of that evil into the church. They figure if they leave it in the church long enough, it won't bother the rest of them until the Reverend gets back, and then he can take care of it as he always has.
What kind of evil we talking?
Well, I think one of the men that's like slightly feeling a slightly bit more loose-lipped looks at you and goes, "Well, we're dealing with a lot of, shall we say, empty graveyards, folks going missing. Little critters been popping around. Don't really know what they are, never really seen one. I'm usually asleep by, well, I'm usually asleep by 7. He like shakes the glass in his hand.
She nods along and asks, "What has anyone else seen the critters? Can anyone else describe them?"
One guy like starts talking like, they only show up around where you might have the the lanterns around town. Whenever one gets blown out, they come running in trying to get whoever lights it up. It's hard to
Black-
really say what they look like, but they're tiny little fellas. Kind of remind me of real small people.
Real small humanoids that attack people trying to light lanterns. Weird.
I'd avoid going to the church, though. Like
Yeah,
you-
y'all Yeah, y'all said y'all have been corralling evil in there. What kind of evil is that? The same things that have been trying to attack people setting out lanterns?
Well, no, we can't particularly catch any of those, but
Not with that attitude.
well, you see, ma'am, the graveyard is supposed to be out back the church, and recently it's been a little empty.
As in, actually, would Diamond know stories of the Walking Dead? Cause Southern, because the South has had stories about that kind of shit for ages.
Nah, that one hasn't been published yet.
Nah.
Fair enough.
I'll
Gracie,
tell
shame
you
on you.
I'll tell you what. How about a history?
What kind of history? Because I have general history, or
Give me a general knowledge, actually.
so like smarts, or
Knowledge.
fuck. Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
Boop.
Damn, man.
Yep. That's more
Bravo.
like.
You've totally heard the stories about this. So the job of the Texas Rangers is to keep the weird quiet. You've probably heard a thing or two about your dad complaining about having to deal with this stuff. Sorry. You've probably heard about it from other rangers that visit. Overall, you've probably heard a good thing or two about them being a thing, but I don't think you've
Never seen one.
Right.
I always heard from Dad's co-workers that they had to deal with it. Never thought I'd see one myself.
Well, I don't recommend it, young lady. It's not a sight for a... It's hardly a sight for a man, than much less a fine young lady such as yourself.
Squint.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, she's just glaring at him a little bit like, motherfucker, try me.
Well, I'm currently busy, so I can't particularly take you up on that offer. But, that gentleman you walked in with, more than certain can take care of that, can't he? He's like looking away from you as he takes a sip of his drink.
I think she like looked. Okay, this is a question for Shy. Does Mr. Dubois have any particular triflings with the supernatural or no?
Define triflings.
Like, does he mess with the supernatural? Like, does he believe in ghosts and shit? Or is he, well, that's a bunch of bullshit. Anyways.
It's complicated.
Is he a Creed or a Kincaid?
Mostly Kincaid.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. We get to
Oh, great. Awesome. Great. More skeptics
more
in the party.
skeptics.
Best day.
Yay, two of them to deal with. Fucking.
He ain't much of a believer in that. Motherfucker. He ain't much of a believer in that stuff, even though I do. I know it's a thing.
So, well, that's mighty unfortunate, ma'am. I don't believe you'll be getting much assistance going and seeing it in that case.
He's been sticking all around for me this long. I think he'll probably do as I do.
I have a question, if I may.
Totally.
So I have fame. Creed is well known, and Miss Papadakis over here is asking for information. Is it possible that she's like, I'm just asking. Is it possible that when the dude is like, you're not gonna get much help from that, although Charles Creed is in town?
Well,
Well, would he have gotten word by that point?
Like that's the thing. I have fame, and we rode through the town to get to the Blackwater. That's why I'm asking, Birchmila.
Yes, but did he see you ride through?
That's why I'm asking.
okay. Wow. I think there is like another young man, not too dissimilar to the bartender, comes walking in a little bit later, looking out the door behind him, and he comes walking up to the bartender. I feel like you're able to hear him just fine from where you're sat, Mr. DuBois.
Mm.
Now, Matthias, my brother, my dear kin, you need to believe me on this. I'm probably not going to believe you. You need to believe me. Chance Creed is in town.
Charles
No,
Creed.
he is.
Chance
Charles.
Creed.
Oh my
Sorry.
god, they've combined.
Dude, we did the fusion chance.
Dragon Ball fusion.
Charles Creed is in town. No, he is not. I swear to you, he is in town. He is over in the Blackwater Saloon right now.
Would Diamond know who Charles Creed is?
Would either of us know? Probably.
Let me
Chances are better than not.
let me just offer. I do have renown 5, or renown 3. Pardon me.
So chances are better than not. The answer to that is a resounding y'all.
I
The
well
immediate-
well known among a large group of people. A minor celebrity is the amount of renown that I have. So
Can Diamond hear that combo or not yet?
With the people you're surrounded by, chatting with them, probably not.
Damn it.
Yeah, I think Dubois raises an eyebrow, but he just keeps listening for now.
Apparently, he is here in town to deal with the. He like clears his throat in that explanatory sort of way.
yeah, right.
Um,
He's here to deal with a
Mhm.
I really doubt Chance Creed
You
would
did it
come
again.
around.
Fusion dance.
It just flows together so well.
There
it's
are
hard
2
not to.
dudes. One is named Chance. One is named Creed.
Correct.
I doubt Charles Creed would waste his time coming up here in the Rockies just to deal with our evil. We just gotta burn the church like we're planning, and it'll be fine.
Yes, burn a church down. That always goes so well.
Yeah, that's gonna go real good.
Mm-hmm.
Am I hearing Wrath of God?
Oh no.
Don't blame him, guys. He doesn't have any points in common sense.
Yeah, hell.
I really don't think we should. You never think we should. You always been with Ma and the whole thing that God is a hateful God. That's not how things work.
I think at this point Dubois kind of like turns around in his seat, kind of like very subtly, and like looks over at Diamond, and he gives her like the okay, there's some shit going down here. Look that they've kind of recognized between the two of them.
Secret PCI
Alright.
language go.
Here's a problem. Diamond is gonna get that look, and then she's going to like look to her coat, look to her belt, look to him. Like, is it time for me to pull out the gun, or what kind of look is this?
like shaking his head. Oh.
She kind of nods and then just like, all right, thank you for the information, and starts walking back over to grab her stuff.
It's time to get shooty.
It's
time
not
for me to
shooting
start
time. It's
killing
not
people?
shooting time.
It's time for me to conversation they've had on more than one occasion. So does this mean I shoot him or not? She's gonna what? No, she isn't.
You really gotta stop whipping it out at the drop of a hat.
Hell.
Boy, would you look at the time.
So yeah, you come walking over to Mr. DuBois, and that boy. and you get bits and pieces of the conversation the brothers are talking about.
You hear the name Charles Creed.
Probably. They
Then
keep
it's-
throwing at each other like it's an insult or something.
Then immediately the second she hears Charles Creed, it's, come on, grab your stuff, we need to go. And she's like
Jesus.
grinning ear to ear.
Oh
Okay.
no! The tiny
Oh.
wants an autograph.
Not exactly, it's more just, I want to go see what evil's in the church.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh,
You're a celebrity. I'm a big fan. You give me an autograph, and also I want.
Mr. Creed, can you help me stop the church from burning down? Can I wait?
No, Diamond does not care if they decide to burn that church down. It's more a matter of, he's a monster hunter. There's evil in this town from what I can find.
So what you're telling
You
me
don't
is that
believe in shit.
so what you're telling me is at some point Creed is gonna have to say, "Hey kid, you want to go see a dead body?" Okay, good to know.
Yes. And Diamond's immediate answer is, yeah.
Oh fuck! All right. Oh.
God.
Dead animal or dead person? Because I've seen plenty of dead animals.
So Mr. DeBoer, you have a very small woman like trying to rush you out of the bar.
All right, like I think he kind of sighs, like he reaches in his pocket, slams down the money. He's like, "All right, thank you for your business, thank you for your kindness." Like
Let's
under
go,
his
let's
breath,
go,
hope
let's
I never
go.
have to see you again. Yeah, I'm coming. Let's go.
Pushing Tombstone out the door.
Somehow, because the size doesn't add up.
Oh
We're
God,
in,
damn
we're in
it,
a
I
Looney
have
Tunes
that.
cartoon, don't you know?
Yeah, right.
Little cartoon dust cloud where his feet are dragging.
You two, go ahead, keep talking. I will be right back. I need to get something for these hiccups
All right,
For
yeah,
the
no
hiccups.
worries.
before
Come
they
on.
kill me.
All right. Why are you in such a rush? What's going on? Once they're out of the door.
Okay, so the information I was able to get was, you know how we were told that the river went missing?
No, I heard them talking about it. Yeah, I'm not a man of God. I didn't know you were a woman of God. What's going
I'm
on?
not. I'm not. God's a two-faced bitch.
Well then,
Strong words, but yeah, okay.
Anyway,
Listening.
apparently many times a night they've had to corral evil into the church, like the Walking Dead kind of evil.
So a bunch of dead bodies stacked in the church that people think are waking up at night.
No, they've probably been waking up and walking at night. People my dad worked with told me about it.
I'm sure your dad told you a lot of stories, dear.
No, my dad never told me shit.
Oh,
I got this from his co-workers. Anyways, basically, apparently there are two kinds of evils here. Critters that are humanoid and show up when lanterns get blown out, and apparently the dead are waking up from their graveyard and going into the church. Well, if that's part of the evil problem, then I'm thinking that guy they mentioned, Charles Creed, he's a massive monster hunter. He's pretty much probably one of our best bets to get what we want.
well, I mean.
Hey guys,
I-
correct me if
yeah,
I'm
what?
wrong. Didn't the GM say that the green door or whatever the fuck it's called was near the
Green
general
glass.
store?
Green
Yeah.
glass isn't far from there, no.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Like beside it, I believe.
yeah,
Oh.
he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if he did, because like we've already previously established that I need to restock my monster hunting supplies.
Yeah, but I thought you were going to go talk to Daisy.
No, I will at some point, but no, I don't think I would do it immediately. I think like leaving. I think it makes sense leaving Evangeline to deal with the barkeep and knowing that Chance is going to cause trouble. Like go restock first and then go see Daisy. No.
All right, I don't want the gambler to. All right, the gambler's gonna get shot. That ain't my problem. She's gonna bother the bar, and I don't want to barkeeper, and I don't want to be here for it. Time for supplies.
Yeah, pretty much. That was my logic.
Daisy's
That
probably
makes
the
sense.
Daisy's probably the lead girl there.
Yeah,
So you're probably gonna come back to Evangeline getting an earful from her.
probably. But what I was thinking was, as they're like, Charles Creed's probably our best bet to deal with what we want. Charles walks out of the general store. And what would that be, miss?
Texas Ranger child.
Yeah, right. Just because I think it would be funny. But it doesn't have to go that way if you guys don't want it to. It's up to you.
I'm so down.
I'm down for that too, but it's up to the GM.
I mean, that's absolutely fine by me if that's how you want it to go. Fine.
Yeah, providing that I was able to. Okay, it's your call, GM. Either walking into the general store to resupply, overhears that, or walking out with supplies and hears that.
I like the idea of like the classic scene of like walking out carrying grocery bags. Like
No, I've got the case. I would have put it right in the case.
Oh, fair enough.
Yes, but imagine the visual humor of Creed walking straight past them and them not recognize him because there's bags in his face.
Fair.
And comes walking out. Like, got his case, looking at a receipt he was handed.
Something.
Just...
Charles Creed is our best bet.
Oh, all right. Well, what's that guy? What's he look like? What do we need to look out for?
Oh, about 6 feet tall, wears a black Duster 6-shooter on his belt.
Yeah, exactly. Turns around. Oh!
Tips his hat.
Slowly turns around. Oh.
Perfect. That saves us the trouble of tracking you down. Holds her hand out. Diamond.
Wait, so this is the actual Charles Creed, then?
Aye.
I have waited for the opportunity to do this. Creed looks at Diamond's hand, looks at Marcus. Marcus? Yeah. Looks back. Do I owe you money?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, nice.
Then I might be Charles Creed.
GM question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Creed owe the Papadakis family money? Or do they owe him money?
I feel like your dad probably reneged on a contract or something.
Technically speaking, amongst the Texas Rangers, Creed is probably very wanted as a.
Oh yeah,
as
I
a
know.
true-
The Texas Rangers fucking hate Creed.
Diamond probably doesn't know that. Or if she does, that might be what makes her idolize him.
Let me
Creed's
make
a wanted
stupid-
man. It's great our party is an ex-ranger and the child of a ranger.
Yeah. Yep.
Let me make a very stupid roll real quick.
Make a very Gamzee roll.
Like it is obvious, Marshall, that she's wearing a Texas Ranger jacket, right?
Very.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's heavily decorated too, and it's way too big to be hers.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
way too small to be Marshall's.
Really quickly.
Yep.
Yes. Creed. They have skipped out on a couple of contracts with you, Creed.
Diamond never said her last name, just said her name was Diamond.
I'm making like knowledge.
Sure.
Got it.
And they tried to get away with it under the guise that you're wanted against their whole shtick.
Mm-hmm.
And
I feel
No
like
doubt.
that didn't end well because if Creed gets stiffed on the bill, he gets shooty. So
right.
that probably didn't end well for either party.
No, and no doubt,
Which only adds to why you're so wanted.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
no doubt, Diamond knows about the interaction because of her dad's 2-week tirade afterwards.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
That's probably how she first learned his name.
Yeah. And because it pissed off her dad, she memorized it.
Are
This
you,
child is full of spite.
So I
are
think
you Charles Creed? I might be. You're my hero. I am not Charles Creed.
Now, I am sure you have a story to tell, miss, but I make a point not to work with Texas Rangers.
Oh, I ain't a Texas Ranger.
Your colors say otherwise.
This ain't mine. This is my dad's. It was the only coat I could grab before I got out the house.
Doubly so, and I recommend you put that away before someone else makes the same mistake.
Rolls eyes, takes off jacket. Yeah, she's wearing a very nice dress for someone who's been tracking the desert.
Looks her up and down. You old enough to be wearing a dress like that in public, miss?
I'm 17.
You did not answer my question.
Glares. I'm plenty old enough because I say I am.
She have a gun? That's
Yes.
visible? That is visible?
Yes. Yes.
So she's wearing a cocktail dress and a gun holster?
Pretty much.
I think
And
Creed.
riding boot.
I think Creed just shakes his head a little bit.
Like, what the fuck is this child?
Ma'am, you
there's
are a
something
spectacle.
incongruous about this outfit.
Yeah, right. You are certainly a spectacle. If you have work for me, we can discuss it, but not on the street. I have some associates in the Blackwater Tavern.
Perfectly fine by me.
And yourself, mister?
Shy.
Shay?
Shy.
Shay Shade! Oh, BRB. Well,
Yeah,
rip.
sure, I said the BRB.
Heck.
That explains a thing or two.
Yeah, it does a bit.
So,
So have I gotten anywhere getting information from this barkeep?
Good question.
so jumping back to that, yeah, you walk up, and I think
I'll be right back as well.
Matthew. Matthew like looks at you as you come walking up.
Sit
looks
down,
at-
ask for a gin.
Yeah, he pours you a gin, sits in front of him. So what's a pretty young thing like you going around traveling with Charles Creed?
Well, sorry, trying to get the accent back on. Well, so we're after much the same thing, though we have a very different idea of how to go about it.
Hmm.
At the moment, that's figuring out where what happened to your beloved reverend.
Oh, well that ain't no secret really. He left.
Blink, blink.
Took his horse and went walking out of town. Said he'd be back. That was he like reaches over, grabs an empty bottle and slides it into a sleeping guy's head. What day is it? It's the 3rd. It's been about 2 weeks.
And I don't suppose he said where he's going?
Never does. He usually says, I'll be back, heads out, and comes back in 2 or 3 days.
Well, that's disconcerting.
A touch.
Now, the flyer you guys have sent out to the other towns, it also mentioned quite a bit of evil in town. And
Mhm.
she kind of like she makes a quizzical face like, what's this about?
Well, it's simple, really. We're dealing with a couple of issues. And I think he makes this face that's supposed to convey a mocking tone.
Hmm.
You got paper? You may want to write this down.
She'll do that. She'll do just that.
Handy dandy notebook.
Pull out her notebook, set it on the bar, start like looks at him like, go ahead.
I didn't think you actually had paper, ma'am. I was making a funny.
I'm sorry, I should have introduced myself. Evangeline Kincaid with the Tombstone Epitaph.
You're with the paper. Okay.
I'm back.
You know what? Creed's here, so fuck it. Right now we're dealing with a lot of disappearances. We're dealing with little critters that Creed has previously told me are known as cavens.
Oh,
Uh,
Lord Almighty, not again.
Though, our main issue is the graveyard decided to up and have itself a little gala.
Just kind of like cocks her head at that one.
Taking the town, what, about 3 nights working together to get them all corralled into the church.
All right. Starts scribbling away.
And if that wasn't enough, we've also got the we've got railway gangs leaning down our necks. Breathing, not leaning.
Sorry, Gamzee. Let me get my own notes sorted 1 second.
I smell
Reverend
something
left.
tasty in the other room. Do you guys mind if I get up and go check it?
Go ahead.
Go get the tasty.
Reverend's been gone for 2 weeks. Cave-ins. Gala in the thing. Putting it all in the church.
Mhm. He said the graveyard decided to stand up and have themselves a gala. Like a little, they decided to little up and have themselves shall we say, a graveyard bash.
Boo.
Wait, if you found the bodies that were missing from the graveyard, why didn't you just rebury them?
Well, it's a little hard to bury a body that's snapping at you.
Blink, blink.
You've been traveling with Mr. Creed.
I'm sorry. Are you telling me the dead rose up and literally walked out of the graveyard?
Well, yes, ma'am. You're surprised?
Honestly, yeah. The last time I dealt with the Walking Dead, it turned out to be a bunch of people trying to get out of their debt.
If you like, you can head up to the church and check around back. That's where the graveyard was.
All right. I think I'll do just that.
Just
Has-
don't do it. Just don't do it when it starts getting late, because that's when they start getting angry.
I'll keep that in mind. As for this Reverend, who do you suppose would know best where he went?
Well, most times I dare say it would be his dearest sister, but he never tells her where he heads off to during these little adventures of his.
I'm back.
Hello.
I don't suppose you could tell me where to find her.
Well, I certainly can. Cook. We're
Yeah.
we're gonna take a quick second. Cook.
It's me.
What would be a good thing for your gambling?
Isn't there literally a stat called gambling?
I'm pretty sure there is
Yeah.
a stat called
Is
gambling.
there?
Yes. Yes, sir. Would you like
There-
to make a gambling check, boy?
Well, there is indeed. Go right ahead.
That ain't too shabby.
Yeah, smarts.
That's not bad. You like as Evangeline, as you're like, well, where can I find her? You start hearing like yelling from upstairs. 2 aces, my ass! Ain't nobody got 2 aces in that at the table right now.
Whoa there. Whoa there, fella. I don't know how that ace done got there. Must have just slipped from the deck.
Bullshit! You pulled that from your sleeve. You like
I
fucking.
would never.
He like fucking pulls the gun off his belt.
Whoa there, cowboy. I'm sure we can
Yeah.
be reasonable men about this.
At the yelling, one of the doors on the opposite side of the building upstairs opens up, and a young lady in a bright yellow dress comes walking out. Stern look. She's got something in her hand, and she's marching straight for the gambling table. Now you listen here, Mr. Joel. You're going back down right now, and you're going back down good. This man won fair and square. I don't care how clearly he cheated, if he cheated. This is not your fucking business.
Well
Oh,
then.
shit.
I like her.
You lose money every week in this goddamn bar. I will not stand for you threatening patrons anymore.
Can Evangeline see this, or is this out of eyesight?
You can probably see it from the bar.
If you can't see it, you can certainly hear it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I don't suppose who that is.
That there is the lead gal of this building. And our dear Reverend's sister.
Blink, Blake, look at the
That
barkeep,
would
look
be
at her, look at the
Daisy.
barkeep. Well, I'll be.
Her name's Daisy, and I'd steer clear of those hands of hers.
I'll keep that in mind. You've been very helpful.
She's like shaking an empty bottle at this guy that she's yelling at.
Chance is just staring, smiling.
How much for the gin?
The gin is gonna be a dime.
50 cents for a bottle of beer and a gin is a dime? What the hell is this town?
It's a good town, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
What is how to be
agreed.
an alcoholic?
I'm half
So-
expecting Kit to ask about the price of carrier pigeons.
So let's go over that a little more logically, Fox.
Yo,
50 cents for a beer at a building that is claimed to have been here when Clifton first opened.
okay, fair.
Historical site. They've got a lockdown on the market here in
There's
town.
an even easier way to get around this. Yeah, that bar was empty, remember? Done.
Also a fair point. I think Daisy like turns to you, Chance. And you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I do so hope you'll be so kind to spend those winnings here in town. Lord knows we certainly need the extra funds. Thank you.
I think he's just gonna give a tip of the Stenson and get back to gambling.
She does that big huff and like goes walking back to the room she was in.
So-
I think
Go-
I think Evangeline tries to intercept her.
Go running up the stairs, try to stop Daisy.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Creed is trying to herd Diamond to the Blackwater.
right. Do we got a Mr. Shawshade back yet?
Shy!
Yeah, I've been
Mr.
back.
DeBoer.
I'm here. Yep.
Greetings. You and
Kid
We,
filled me
we,
in on
we
what I
should
missed.
take this conversation into more agreeable climes. Wouldn't you agree, Mr.
Dubois.
Pauses. Like, takes his hand off Diamond's back, pauses, stares at Marcus for a second. I'm gonna have to ask you to repeat that.
Marcus Dubois. Heard about him?
Have I heard this name before? Marco?
Chai, you don't have any particular level of fame, do you?
I didn't spend anything on renown, so no, not really. But
Then, in that case, Fox, this is going to be a bit of a niche. It's a bit of a niche subject. So roll a. Oh, what would fit?
Knowledge?
Probably.
Science.
Probably knowledge.
I'm gonna.
hmm
Yeah, I'm gonna spend one of my white chips on that.
Okay. So, that's a good time to let the audience in on how a certain mechanic works.
I'll take the first one.
Okay. In Deadlands, there are things called fate chips. There's I believe there's 3 cans.
Don't try to eat them; they're not tasty.
There are, in fact, kinds that we need to work.
There is white, red, and blue. White chips let you re-roll things and take the better of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Red
So, like
chips,
advantage in D&D, if you're familiar.
Yep.
Mhm. Red chips act similarly. If you're familiar with D&D, another good example. Red chips act like a bardic inspiration. Lets you add a D6.
No,
And-
just whatever skill die that you roll, and you get an additional one of those.
And-
Oh, okay.
And they give the marshal a chip.
A chip, yep.
Right.
Blues do bardic inspiration, but the marshal does not get a chip.
Yep.
Right.
And what are these shiny gold ones that are also listed on our sheets?
So gold legend chips, as they're known as, usually are added to the pot once a big adventure has happened. Legend chips, I believe, hold the same value as blue, and they have an additional effect.
Cool.
Yeah.
So then, with that 7, let me make a quick check myself. Okay, it's a rather niche piece of information to have,
Mm-hmm.
but there was word a while back of a man that was looking into, shall we put it, human modification and bodily correction.
That's one way to put it. Yeah.
Okay. So I think Creed nods. He says, "Been in the States long, Mr. Dubois."
Oh, well, you could say that I've been here for a little while, yeah? You could say.
Does he have a doctor's bag on him? Sorry about the train.
It's more like a rucksack.
So it's not
but
obviously a doctor's bag.
No.
Okay. Creed nods. Are you accompanying the miss here?
Yes, that's right. You could call it a mutual agreement. If you're familiar
Looks you
with
up and
those.
down. You don't survive very long out here without knowing when not to ask, Mr. Dubois, if the two of you will follow me.
All right.
Diamond will follow.
Head back into the Blackwater, probably as Evangeline is running upstairs. So,
Likely.
I like to think you come in, you bring them in as Daisy is like drilling into Evangeline. Like, now you listen here, young lady. We don't need the papers nonsense here in our town. We got everything handled just fine, and we don't need you advertising our business. Absolutely advertise our town. We could use the income, but we do not need none of the media bullshit. Thank you.
Then I suppose I should leave your brother to his fate out in the desert.
Oh no. Did I hear that? Did I hear that?
Ooh.
You probably did.
Okay, so walk inside the tavern, hear that. Marcus and Diamond just hear, "Oh, hell," and then just running up the stairs.
Diamond looks to him.
that bottle Daisy was holding, she like gets ready to fucking swing it. Sees you coming up the stairs and just groans and lowers her hand.
Miss
damn
Kincaid, I
you.
see you're affiliated with the madam here.
We've been acquainted.
You were about to be acquainted with a bottle of bourbon, Miss Kincaid. I warned you about that.
I didn't
What's
realize
this
you
about
were
your brother, Daisy?
went on one of his usual trips, ain't come back yet.
You and I will have conversation about that. Please do not maim or otherwise offend my traveling my traveling companions.
I believe it is a thing of note that I was unaware you were in town or that this child was with you.
Now, the child that is with me is downstairs, Daisy. This here's Miss Kincaid, a respected reporter.
Tips her hat.
So, eventually, like, wait, there's somebody else with you now, Creed? What the fuck? Are you just adopting people? Like...
Yeah, tips hat, beat, looks at him like, wait, what?
I think Daisy, like, takes a deep breath and starts, like, walking to her room again.
Yeah, can I see Chance from the landing?
Yeah?
Cool.
But I think, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
I think, like, Daisy's walking her room, she stops, looks at you. You started making friends?
Creed tips his hat.
Can Diamond Diamond can't hear this, I assume.
I probably can hear it. Daisy and Evangeline are loud.
Yeah, Daisy is a very loud, commanding woman.
Then I think you just hear from downstairs.
Creed like rubs the bridge of his nose. Oh.
I mean, no. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Creed. I thought I was gonna be your only friend forever.
I will help you find your brother in just a few minutes, Miss Daisy. Mr. Chance!
Hold
I
on
didn't
in the
do
middle
it.
of the hand.
Hey, your hand, you're gonna have to fold, Mr. Chance, because there's a young miss downstairs affiliated with the Rangers.
Stop. Gentlemen, I fold.
Does Diamond hear this?
Probably he shouted.
I ain't a ranger, my dad is, and he's a bastard.
Mr. Chance, I do believe this is your purview.
Ain't nothing my purview, but I'll figure it out.
Turning back to Evangeline. Miss Kincaid, what have you put your foot in this time?
I came up here to ask her what she knows about her brother in hopes of finding him, but
And you resorted to threatening a poor woman who was grieving her loss of her brother?
I had no intention of doing so. I was trying to convince her that we wanted the same thing.
And what would
That
you
is-
have done if she had struck you with that bottle and thrown you over the rail?
I think she just says she. I duck clearly.
Of course you would, Miss Kincaid. Of course you would.
What would you do? I would simply die.
God, this party is gonna be hell.
It's
Oh.
already hell. Creed is in hell.
What would you
deadly.
do?
Of course
Chance
so.
looks down at the deck of cards. Something.
Now, how's
I'm
about the
sorry
three
if
of
I did-
us go and deal with the irate child at the bar, and then we can get to work on the brother situation.
I'm
more
sorry.
more quietly to Dubois. Not a damn child.
I'm sorry. If I
Yes,
did.
you are.
Go ahead, Gracie.
I'm sorry if I did offend you, but I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this thing.
Miss Kincaid, we have ridden together for long enough for me not to be offended by your wiles. I just wish that you would sometimes take a
Not
half...
you. She was trying to say that to Daisy.
Daisy left.
Oh, I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Never mind then.
So Creed turns, offers Evangeline his arm.
takes it, good humor.
Head back down to the bar, probably following chant.
Now, what's this about a child with you?
Gestures at Diamond in a dress and gun belt.
Blink,
So,
blink.
real quick, Chance.
Very
Yes.
fucking fancy
Yeah.
child.
Taking that fold into account, you've landed yourself about $5.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
All right. At least I didn't go.
Mhm.
So now that I heard there's a child in the ranger outfit.
Gestures at child.
Easy
I'm not a
grasp it.
child.
Yes, you are.
So, Cookie,
Yeah.
apparently it's the roll of the night. Roll me a knowledge.
Diamond has taken the jacket off because Creed told her to.
Actually, like, can I make that roll as well to see if I recognize the little miss?
Sure.
Ooh.
Ooh. Badoom.
Yeah. I'm gonna use a white chip on.
I
that.
am also gonna use a white chip on that.
Oh boy. Okay. Double white chips. Woo.
Fucking.
Damn it! Can you use more than one chip on a roll? Serious question.
Yes, you can use as many chips
I'm
as
gonna
you
use
have.
my blue. I
Okay.
as much as I don't want to, I'm gonna use my blue.
As much as I don't want to, I'm gonna burn another white.
Oh my god, that's so strong. Holy shit.
If Diamond has her jacket out, would that help at all or not really?
So yeah, that's a 21 for me, GM.
If we're all making knowledge
Sorry,
rolls anyway,
pardon,
could I take a
fuck.
crack at it?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
What?
I got a 21. Go ahead, Gracie. Say that again.
Since we're all making knowledge rolls anyway, could I take a crack at one?
I'm sorry, did I hear a 21?
Yeah.
Blackjack.
Is that
Okay.
special?
Anyway.
No.
Oh.
Of course it's special, it's blackjack.
No, it's special. It's fucking high as
I mean, yes.
So, to you, Creed, you now recognize her more distinct features, and it matches along with the degree of the authority that jacket commands.
Oh fuck me. I think actually no. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that in the voice. I think Creed just like, oh fuck.
What?
Sufficient to say that means you make the connection on who she may be.
Yeah.
You know how I said that we always feel important when we walk into a tavern? Yeah, I'd like that to not be happening now.
I mean,
Now,
you know who I am and you know who I'm related to. You know that that ain't happening anymore, especially now that it seems he knows.
Chance,
Yes, sir.
do me a
Well.
favor and draw 3 cards.
Oh
Put 'em on.
no.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Diamond's gonna get shot episode 1.
I mean,
Show us
I almost guarantee I will shoot Chance quicker than he will shoot you.
Okay, no match. That's actually worse.
Oh no.
I'm using some abstract self-created rulings for some of
Okay.
this because I think it's a little more interesting.
Okay.
The story we're getting out of these 3 cards is Chance.
Yes, sir.
You've seen this girl before.
Oh boy.
I
You
probably have also seen this girl before, but in passing.
Right. You, Chance, have sat at the dinner table with her and her father.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
But Diamond recognized Chance then?
That depends on how much Chance has changed since his Texas Ranger days.
Not much.
What's a good rule to make for that?
No.
Here's another hun. Here's another question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how Diamond has enemies?
Mm-hmm.
Does Diamond know she has enemies?
No, honey.
Oh,
As
Just
for
making sure.
good roll on recognizing, scrutinize probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no. I have nothing for this, so this is gonna go terribly.
Train. Sorry.
Yep.
Um,
Anyone else of the opinion that the train just adds to the mood?
Yes.
a little bit.
A little bit.
Especially since the barkeep mentioned the rail lines.
Valid.
Railway gangs, yeah. Looking at Chance does give you that feeling, like in the back, that itchy feeling in the back of your head when you know somebody, but you can't place it.
Yeah. Then I think she kind of squints at Chance. And she doesn't like say anything, she's just squinting at him. Just, I don't like the feeling you give me.
Mm-hmm.
That feeling is mutual.
Well,
I'm leaving. No, you aren't.
Mr. Creed, I'm sure I don't need to say this out loud, but this complicates things a touch.
I
Don't
quite
say
agree.
it if you know.
I quite agree, Mr. Chance. I do believe that we should escort Miss. He stops himself from saying the name to
Yeah,
a
she
room.
gives him a look like motherfucker.
To a room promptly.
I don't suppose someone could fill me in on what's happening.
Not in the middle of the tavern, Miss Kincaid.
There are better places to be discussing.
Call it a meeting between celebrities.
Mr. Chance, be a dear and get a room key from Matthias.
I thought you
Matthew.
said his name.
Sorry.
Matthew. Matthias was the
other guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get the money. I have the money for it.
I'm sure you do.
Squint.
Mr. Matthew, I'll take one. No, I'll take 2 of your finest rooms as. Let's see here. I'll probably need 3 shots of straight whiskey for this.
Coward.
I think he pours up the 3 first and then hands you a pair of keys.
Miss Kincaid, Mr. Dubois, if you will follow me, please. Heading
Shall
up
do
the
just
stairs
that.
again.
Yeah, just trudging along.
Does he want Diamond to follow as well, or just them?
I mean, yes, but he's not going to say your name in public.
Fair enough. Just follow.
Head up to a room, wait for Chance.
Yeah. Just shot, shot, shot. Take the room keys, gives a firm.
Here we go.
Everybody goes into the room.
Time for some exposition.
Creed closes the door, puts a chair against it, sits in that chair. What in God's name is the daughter of Colonel Papadakis doing in Clifton, Colorado? Took me a minute to remember the state.
Running away, trying to be anything except the daughter of Colonel Papadakis.
Running around in that dress with his jacket and his gun on your belt is not doing you any favors, miss.
I'm trying to get rid of the patches and shit. You try to cut stuff off and it destroys the jacket, and I need this jacket in one piece. As for the gun, it's better than nothing. I took more than just that gun in this jacket. That horse is his, most of my supplies are his.
Mr. Dubois, are you aware of who you are traveling with?
I've been made aware.
I suppose it won't do me any good to advise you against the circumstance.
I will say that when I initially found out, I had my hesitations, but considering my own circumstances, this is mutually beneficial to us.
Nods.
Miss Kincaid, allow me to introduce the closest thing the Texas Rangers have to a princess.
Blink,
Yeah.
blink.
No, that's about the size of it.
Holds her hand out. Diamond Papadakis.
You are
Unfortunately.
changing that name in public, miss. For your own
Evangeline
safety. Sorry.
Evangeline Kincaid shakes her hand.
I've only been going as Diamond for a bit now.
Miss Kincaid, I understand you have responsibilities as well as an somewhat inconvenient desire to report the facts. Could I in any way convince you not to write a story about our little princess here?
I am a princess.
I suppose that depends entirely on the nature of her escape.
Would I at least be able to convince you not to print such a story until we are well away from here?
That I will give you.
Tips his hat.
Good, this makes it a little easier.
Now, I am sure that it will be a surprise to you, Miss Kincaid and Mr. Chance. Miss Papadakis here was looking for me.
Well, around these parts, who ain't looking for?
Just a little head tip towards Chance.
I would like to know why.
Well, I'm here for the fact that their reverend went missing and that something's going on. I was told by a couple of men in the Green Glass Bar that apparently they have a couple of situations going on beyond their reverend going missing.
I can confirm that.
Looks to her, critters that only show up when the lanterns go out, small humanoids attack the people who are trying to light them.
Finger quotes. Cave-ins, they're called.
Good to know. And apparently the dead are rising from the graveyard by the church and walking around. Apparently
And
they corralled
what
them in the church.
precisely, Miss Papadakis, do you intend to do about the Walking Dead?
Shrugs, figure it out, solve the problem, get the renowned.
She's not good at thinking ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I'm not mistaken, I thought you were trying to avoid the renown.
I'm gonna get a new name soon.
Diamond Papadakis is literally that meme. If that were me, I would intervene. How? I simply would. How would you intervene? I'm built different.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think there is no small amount of irony in the look that Creed is giving Chance right now.
Which
just-
is
Look at Diamond Creed. Look at Diamond. Look at Creed.
To answer your question, Sibs, this bish.
look. I have plans to go north after this.
There is one last complication to this town. There's apparently the rail gang's been pressing the townsfolk pretty hard. I didn't get much more information beyond that.
I believe territory is for you, Miss Kincaid, and for Miss Papadakis if she deigns to assist you. Neither one of you are to approach that church.
And why not?
Yeah.
Well, Miss Kincaid, you remember how well paid last time.
You cut out, Cook.
Miss Kincaid, you know how well you joined Creed's escapades went the previous time.
Yeah,
What happened?
yeah. If I recall, you two blew up a sacred burial site.
It was a
mine.
You fucking what?
Yeah,
No,
on top of
Miss
a sacred
Kincaid.
burial site.
Do you like ghosts? Because that's how you get ghosts.
We protected the sacred burial site after getting the people of the mine out. And need I remind you, Miss Kincaid, you still do not believe our account of what was happening within those mines. And you can tell this is an argument they've had like 7 times by now.
Yeah.
You're right. And you know what would probably convince me? Seeing The Walking Dead.
Oh my god.
I think that we're going to the church so we can show her the
You
Walking
are
Dead.
not going anywhere near that church, Miss Papadakis.
Someone has been telling me not to say my name. You've awfully been saying it a lot.
I am sitting by a closed door, and if anybody walks up, I would hear them. But fine, if you would prefer a nom de guerre, I am happy to assist you.
Diamond.
Or a nom de plume, for that matter.
Fox,
Yo,
you say that, and you hear through the door I'm just saying, if you just use her first name, she's gonna sound like a hooker.
Pause.
Oh,
Can I hear
shouldn't
this?
have said that.
Can I hear this?
Daisy being stood on the other side of the door.
Oh my god.
Can I hear this?
Probably. She yells.
Hand goes towards the holster.
Creed's hand also goes to the holster.
Chance's
right,
hand goes
let's-
to the deck of cards.
Princess, I
Let's
guarantee I'm a
not-
faster draw than you. I'll move your hand.
Don't call me tell your girlfriend to not call me a hooker.
First of all, she is a madam. This is her establishment. She can say whatever she wishes. Second of all, I don't disagree with her. Third of all, either way, it is not cause to go for a weapon. Move your hand.
Moves hand, rude gesture.
Lets go of the gun, thunks the chair back on the floor, stands up and opens the door. Miss Daisy, did you have to do that?
There's been about 3 guys that's tried to come up to the door, so yes.
Why?
Maybe because Charles Creed herded about 6 people into one room like a bunch of cats.
You got me there, Miss Daisy. You
If you're
got
trying
me
to
there.
hurt cats, I think you're doing it wrong.
Can I invite you in, though space is at a premium at the moment?
I would be honored, sir. She
Opens the
likes-
door the rest of the way,
Kincaid will move over to give her somewhere to stand.
She
closes
steps-
the door again, shoves the chair back under it, pauses, pulls the chair out, opens the door again. If I hear footsteps in this hallway, I'm gonna shoot first. Closes the door, shoves the chair under it.
You simply do not change, do you, Creed?
I'm alive, Miss Daisy.
I don't know. He's traveling with us. I think that's a change.
Well,
Your daddy did not name you Diamond. I know that for a fact.
He did.
His
Glances
little
at
diamond-
Chance.
Oh yeah, his little diamond in the rough.
Do you intend to stick with Diamond, or would you prefer something else?
I would
Eh.
prefer something a bit more incongruous, like Caroline, Lulabelle,
I
Hannah.
threw hands with a girl named Lulabelle once. She was a bitch.
What does that make
I'm
you,
not-
Miss Papadakis?
I've met a couple
Right.
of cows. I've met a couple of cows named Lulabelle.
Are they working for you, Miss Daisy? Steps back before she slaps him.
You beat her to it, but Kincaid was gonna say, "Don't call them cows. That's rude."
Yeah, right?
Oh, this is great. Oh, my neck. Holy shit.
As for the Caven, glances at Daisy. They haven't hurt anybody, have they? Property damage notwithstanding?
Well, it's hard to say, really. We've been having people disappear, but it's hard to say if it's the cave-ins or something else.
Hear talk, it's probably the railroad. They're not against taking people off the street, usually. Sounds like the biggest concern is the church and your brother, of course.
That'd be about right. As you're well aware, Mr. Creed, we usually rely on my brother to deal with when the grave gets uppity. But with him not here,
How many?
13.
Let me get this straight, Miss Daisy. Your wonderful town and its salt of the earth people put an unholy number of walking corpses in the church.
I agree with him for once. What the hell?
Listen, they did what they thought was right, and now they're planning to burn the whole damn church to get rid of them.
I'm
I
sorry,
mean-
they want to what?
I've lost all control of the situation, Creed.
I suppose if they can't step on holy ground, what's to say they can step off it?
From the sounds of things, it's not holy ground anymore. Your brother's gonna have to reconsecrate the whole area.
If he's still with us, Lord be it.
If he's
Which is
still
what-
with us, Miss Daisy, I will find him.
I believe what you mean to say, Mr. Creed, is that we're fine.
Tilts her head towards him.
Speaking of which, you know what I'm about to say, Miss Daisy.
I do.
Let's talk about my reward.
Alright, what do you want this time?
Depends on how thorough you want me to be. For The Walking Dead, I'd be willing to cut you a bargain, providing you can keep Miss Papadakis distracted in the meantime. For the whole thing, brother included, church renovations, caving incursion, and
Scathing.
sorry,
That's the last thing
Oh no.
and the
Yes,
rail
war
gang, kit and caboodle. I think a couple of horses, my pick of the general store, and $100
$100, Creed.
for 4 jobs, Miss Daisy. That's a rate I don't offer to nobody else.
You do so love taking advantage of a woman in a bad situation, don't you? Alright, you got us yourself a deal.
Tips his hat. You got a place we can stash the princess for a few days?
That depends. Daisy looks at Diamond, looks her up and down. You willing to work?
Absolutely
willing to do
not, Miss
anything.
Daisy.
Why not?
Because what she will have you do, you have no business doing.
Which is
Creed just puts a hand to his face.
Daisy pulls a little fan off her side and just puts it in front of her face.
Let me put it this way, Miss Diamond. You won't be waiting tables.
I'll do it.
Darling, you'll do what all the rest of my girls do. You understand?
Absolutely not, Miss Daisy.
You would.
Yep. Anything to get out of the range of my dad and to ruin that reputation.
Blank stare.
I think she just makes this face at Creed what the fuck is happening?
I know, right?
Good, it's working.
Just to be clear, are you aware of what happens in these establishments?
Yep.
Wow.
Well,
Alright, I have a better idea, because we all know that you'll agree into this just so that you can slip out the window and run off to that church. Isn't that right, Mr. Chance?
How about I stick her with Matthew and make him teach her how to make drinks for a while?
I did have... That is a much better backup plan, Miss Daisy, but I do have one idea. We cut her hair, put her in a pair of trousers, and call her Leroy.
I'll do it. My dad hated it when I climbed tree. My dad hated it whenever I didn't act like a proper little lady, so I'll do it.
We'll have our own Mr. Jenkins. It'll be wonderful.
Heyo!
I ain't even gonna question the situation no more.
Oh, I had to.
There are stars in her fucking eyes. She is down to do literally anything to destroy this fucking family's reputation.
Now, you got some beautiful hair there, young lady, so I cannot approve of you cutting it, but I can get you a hat that'll hold it.
Creed's already pulling out a knife.
I'm fine with whatever.
Speaking of, is that color natural?
Yep.
You could probably make a pretty penny just selling it.
Walks behind her, grabs the bun, and probably makes a point to pull her up on her toes by the bun.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Slice.
Rubbing the back of her head, mumbling, some dick.
Was the yanking really necessary, Mr. Creed?
Made me
Yeah.
feel a sight better, Miss Kincaid. Tosses the bun to Daisy.
Right. I may know a man that'd buy this.
Sheaths the knife. We're gonna need to get you some proper clothes and probably teach you how to use that weapon you got.
I know how to use it.
Well, this ain't shooting varmints. Well, it is shooting varmints, but not the varmints you know.
She's like rubbing her hand over the back of her head.
I
My
didn't
dear-
cut you, miss.
My dear, that's certainly no shotgun. You actually have to know how to aim.
You have to know how to aim a shotgun too.
Hun, we've discussed this. Diamond knows how to shoot this thing at people.
Yeah.
She's a good shooter.
Yes,
I
but we
can
don't know that
attest
in
to it.
character yet.
I was taught to shoot men who tried to touch me. I'll do it again.
You didn't shoot me.
She's
Yeah, not
shot
yet.
your predecessors.
Not
I
yet.
believe that's because I do believe that's because you're in a room who would shoot you if you tried to touch her in that way.
A fair point.
I believe myself and Creed are in agreement that I would drop him on his ass faster than you can say, wow, if he tried something like that.
Yep.
Creed sits back down on the chair. Why are you wearing that dress if you know how to fight?
Because it's the only thing I had. I was getting out of my house as fast as I could before my dad came back.
Turns.
Then why didn't you change as soon as you got out of the state?
Because didn't think about it. Was going. It was working for me.
Turns, hold out a hand. Yo poker winnings, Mr. Chance.
Is the cookie here?
Cookie?
Cookie might have stepped away for a second.
Oh, sorry, I had it to think.
Creed
up
said,
now?
Yo poker winnings, Mr. Chance, and held his hand out.
Oh, yeah. Scoops out $5 of his own money because he used the to get the shots in these rooms.
Right. Takes it, holds it out to Marcus.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is for what?
Clothes for the girl.
You're
To
You're
make me look like a
obviously
boy.
her
need
guardian.
to go. I could see how you'd make that misunderstanding, but I can assure you
The other
that-
hand goes to the gun belt.
Okay, thank you for the money. I'll get her sorted,
Damn coward.
As her legal guardian, it is in your best interest to provide for her. If there is a different arrangement other than legal guardian, it is in your best interest not to mention it, Mr. Dubois. By the way, Mr. Chance, Miss Kincaid, Marcus Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Tips hat and greeting.
Tips hat and greeting.
Nods. Doesn't have a hat.
I'm a doctor.
My medicine man.
Yeah, right.
Right. Well, if you are all going to be heading up to that religious establishment,
Miss Kincaid is not going towards the religious establishment
And why not?
because you need to stay here and help Miss Papadakis get dressed.
I hate it when you're right.
I can get dressed on my own.
And you can get dressed faster with Miss Kincaid's assistance. Mr. Chance and
Squint.
I will reconnoiter the church.
Don't worry, I've got plans, girl.
I'm sure you
Grins.
do, Miss Kincaid.
You
So-
always seem to have plans.
Will you at least listen to some good advice, Miss Kincaid, and I will keep it simple, so as not to offend your skeptical sensibilities?
Makes a little gesture like, go on.
If you see a man touched by the plague, he'll look sickly to your eyes. Don't let him bite you, and he will try.
Mr. Creed, I don't let men bite me just willy-nilly.
It's not gonna do me any good, but I'll say it anyway. Don't approach him if you see a man sick with fever, probably gangrene, cause
Well,
he
of
will
course
try to
not.
bite
I don't
you.
want to get sick myself.
I'll keep an eye on her. I know what you're talking about.
I know the symptoms. I'll probably be able to point it out from a mile away. Don't worry about that.
I appreciate the fact that you two say that, and Creed holds up a finger, looks at Diamond, and just lowers his finger again.
Like
What is
the
that
gift
supposed
with the
to
stick
mean?
figure.
Like he goes to say something, and then, yep, just lowers, but doesn't say it.
Okay.
Because technically speaking, she's got him by the balls a little bit because she's a Texas Ranger. She knows,
She is
They-
not a Texas Ranger.
but she's affiliated with it. Like she knows what they do and what they've dealt with. Like,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She's aware of the situation.
yeah. Mr. Chance, are you paid up regarding your expertise? Glancing at Daisy.
Pardon?
I made sure he got his winnings, if that's what you mean.
That is not what I'm meaning, Mr. Chance, regarding the cave a few days back.
You know, there's something for us to know and them to not know.
I'm not asking you to explain it, I'm asking if you are adequately prepared.
I believe I should be.
Then you and I should reconnoiter the church before the sun goes down. It's only going to get harder. Mr. Dubois, you have a meeting with a tailor. Miss Kincaid, I'm not going to claim to know what you're about to do, but I know I'm not going to like it, so we're going to get a head start. If you will excuse us, Mr. Chance opens the door.
Miss Dubois, Miss Kincaid, Miss Diamond.
Collective Mistas.
Nice.
Nods.
All right, now.
So what hell breaks loose as soon as Creed and Chance are out of the room?
The second the door closes, jackass.
So
Hey, I heard that.
you open the door.
Good for you.
Take a look, shall we?
Uh-oh. I meant what hell breaks loose, like, for them once we leave, but okay.
Yeah.
That didn't come through right. Hold on.
Right, so if it wasn't obvious, I'm not going to do what Mr. Creed said, but we probably should figure out a story for you if anyone asks.
Yes, and also I would just like to put across for the record that I'm in it for the money. Like, seriously, I'm in it for the money. I'm no one's legal guardian.
I honestly think we could literally just say that you're in it for the money and I'm in it for the traveling. Because honestly, I'm happy to be out of the house and out of the state.
Then I don't suppose I could inquire to the nature of your relationship.
Out comes the notebook.
Well, you see, here's the thing. I ran away from home for my own reasons. We met in a little middle of nowhere fucking town called what was the town name?
I think it was literally Denver.
That is not a little middle of nowhere town. That's a major city.
I don't remember. Yeah, I couldn't fucking remember. I get it. I'm stupid.
Some little
No,
middle
you're
of
not.
nowhere town. I
That's
think it was
stupid.
called Denver.
Hey, listen.
I
there could
couldn't
be a
remember
little
if it was
nowhere.
city or not.
There could be a little nowhere Denver in some other state.
That's true. There's a Springfield in almost every state.
I can remember if it was a little middle of nowhere town or not.
Denver,
You're
Mississippi.
You're completely fine, Sims. It's just the juxtaposition was funny.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact name, but I think it was Denver, right, Gibbsy?
Yeah.
Could also have been somewhere near Denver and not Denver itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an offshoot town.
You are completely fine, Sibs. Like, don't think that we're laughing at you. I'm just laughing at you, middle of nowhere town, Shy Shade, fucking Denver, Colorado. Like, that's
We are
funny.
not laughing at you. We are laughing at this one thing you said.
Yes. Denver, Colorado, the biggest fucking town in the Wild West outside of Austin.
You good, hon?
You good, Sibs?
Sibs?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Right.
We met in Denver.
Denver.
Yes, right. And before you ask, I'm going to say right now that really my purposes for being here is that I've heard from her, from the lady herself, that the Papadakis family is in the possession of quite a bit of money. And while I do understand that she is trying her best to separate herself from said family, it is my sincere hope and desire that whatever money she has could possibly go my way for the funding of perfectly legitimate business ventures.
She narrows her eyes at that suspiciously, but she says, "So I suppose you're helping her burn the bridges on your way out."
You could say that. There's definitely been a few tales on her way here. Lady managed to take care of those in quick fashion. She's actually a pretty good shot.
That noise is starting up again. That
Yeah, I can hear it from
Yeah.
Shy Shade now.
Oh, sorry. What's going on?
Sometimes
Little
when
bit
you
of static on your end.
sometimes when you talk, there's a click, and then like your voice gets staticky, and then there's another click, and it goes off. It's like radio interference. Like if you try to put like a cell phone near a microphone.
Oh, that's weird.
Mm.
Okay. Should I? My cell phone is on my desk, so if
You could try rejoining.
move it
It's
away-
not. It's not always present.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty intermittent.
Mm-hmm. Badoom.
Boom.
Test.
Hello.
Okay. I hope that that's a little bit better.
Seems to be better.
Should be.
All right.
So,
GM, what happens?
Which group are we following?
Yes.
give me one quick second to make sure I'm not fucking up real quick.
Yup.
Oh, I'm assuming Daisy left already, right?
Yeah, she probably left with Creed.
Mm-hmm.
While you're looking that up, I have a question for Chance.
Shit. What'd I do this time?
You didn't do anything. I just want to like clarify something.
Oh,
I
okay.
have a Colt 45.
Okay.
What do you have?
I have a Colt Army.
That's
oh,
the
sorry.
only-
Yeah, I have a Colt Army rifle and Colt Army pistol and a
And a what?
revolving rifle.
I don't have a rifle, so I'm
you
assuming
have
you're
it?
not walking around with that.
No, it's on the horse.
Right. So do you want to stop and get that before we go to the church?
It'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. Like I'm a crack shot with my peacemaker, but
Okay. So, I just finished this.
We did it.
We're gonna stay with Mr. Creed and Mr. Chance if there are no particular arguments.
Fine by me.
Staying with Chance Creed.
yeah, right. That's gonna be my name after this episode, by the way.
God damn it. Okay. So you guys like head out, stop by the horses. Chance grabs his big old rifle. here we go. That's shotguns. That's not what I'm after. So, you guys, we've already gone over it. You've been to this town before. So you probably know how to get roughly to the church.
Okay.
The church is clearly a very old building in the town. It's your classic 2-story church. Looks like it has a bell tower at the top, meant to be rung from up there.
Stained glass windows, or
Yeah. It's got a couple of stained glass windows. It's actually got a donation box outside the front door.
Mm. Now, has it just been closed up and locked, or has the door been boarded? Same for the windows, or boarded rather.
The door has been boarded up a bit, but the windows seem like they haven't been messed with.
What do I know about basic garden variety zombies, if there is such a thing in this world? I do have a skill called monster hunting if you want me to roll it.
You have a entire section in your case dedicated to it, I believe, don't you?
I do, yes.
You probably know a good bit.
Shall I roll it?
Yeah.
would I be able to roll academia to figure out?
You fucking shit.
That's what happens when I roll a skill I'm good at.
So
for those of you playing along at home, Creed has 2 skills that are substantially higher than every other skill that he has, which is monster hunting and shooting.
I'm trying to remember the specifics on a rule I read.
Okay.
Rules on raises.
Yeah, well that. No, this doesn't qualify for the other rule. Okay. So a raise is every 4 above the particular, shall we call it, DC.
What was the DC, out of curiosity?
12.
So I get 2 raises.
Which is for attribute checks. I do believe the book summarized on how it worded it, superhuman bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
You've dealt with undead enough times that you know every shtick in the book for them.
Cool. So what do I need to know?
For your garden variety undead, if this is what they are, it's about as simple as don't get bit, don't get scratched, and aim for the head.
For my own purposes, are we dealing with, if these are garden variety zombies, are we dealing with shamblers or sprinters?
It's hard for garden it's often hard to tell until you're already in the mess of it.
Okay. So both exist in this world?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That would imply that the special undead exist in this world as well.
Yes.
Okay. Normal bullets will put him down with a headshot? Okay. So yeah, Creed is already like taking out his revolver. Now, Mr. Chance, have you dealt with the likes of these before?
I believe so.
Sight unseen, we could be dealing with ambush predators, or what you read in the serials. The shambling, arms outstretched, brain eaters. And we won't know until we breach that door. Now,
Well,
I have another question, if I may. You plug a zombie in the head, is he getting back up?
Chances are very low. There are types that can usually handle more than one shot to the head.
Right, sure.
but your garden variety, chances are substantially lower that they'll get back up than just about anything would.
Okay, so that implies that these haven't been attacked. They've just been herded in here.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's something I don't know. I don't have a token, so I just put the name in.
Right. Put that in its little doorway.
Is there a way
Yeah.
inside that's not boarded up? Because I'd rather not remove the boards if I can help it.
Right. You could force entry through one of the windows.
That would break it open.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Can
what
I
I want
suggest the bell tower?
Yeah, well,
If
something
you
like
can-
that is what I would.
I was gonna say there's more than likely a stairway on the outside to the bell tower.
Okay. Another question about
Mhm.
zomboids. If these are garden variety zomboids,
Okay.
are they like what level of intelligence are we working with? Are they the type to just like throw themselves against a door, or can they use a knob, for example?
They'll just throw themselves at
Okay.
it.
So we're dealing with like Walking Dead style zombies. Got it. Okay.
Mhm.
How would you like to proceed, Mr. Chance? I would feel a great deal better if you were in that bell tower with your rifle.
I think that is something I can accomplish. What is your plan of attack, Mr. Creed?
Join you in the bell tower and then make my way straight down and see if there's a spark of the Lord still in this place.
If we're lucky, there still might be.
Amen, Mr. Chance. Start heading up the stairwell,
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
which is probably like around the side, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Around here.
Yeah, that would be.
Keeping an ear out for any, keeping actually all senses that I can out for like indications of what could be in this building.
Right. There's a lot of thumping on glass, I can tell you without even a check.
Now, zombies should be able to get through glass, shouldn't they?
I don't know if you know this about stained glass, but that shit is thick.
Fair, but there's also plenty of zombie.
Thick with lead reinforcement.
Sure, but there's plenty of zombie horde like art of breaking the stained glass window in a church and the horde tumbles in. Like that's classic.
It is. But as you are aware, the will of the Lord is a little bit stronger in the Wild West than most stories
Fair enough.
when it comes to Deadlands.
So a lot of thumping on glass. So I'm guessing silhouettes in the windows then.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a roll from relative safety to okay. I would like to make a roll from relative safety to see if I can make out anything, but also, did it increase when we started passing the windows? Like, was it quiet at first and then there was more as we went?
Let me. No. There was not more. As you guys went by, there was not more.
So they no obvious reaction to us.
Right.
What roll to peer through the window and try to see what there is to see?
Through a stained glass window. I need to stop putting that near my mouth.
Scrutinize?
I think so. Yeah.
Alright. How dare you? How dare you, Dice? Nuffle does not like me right now.
So.
Dark inside, hard to tell anything, probably?
Mm-hmm.
Get up to the belfry.
right?
What's there to see up there?
From up there, you've got a good view of the woodlands around. You've got a good view of the town itself.
Does it open directly into the church, or is there like a trapdoor?
There's a trapdoor. If you
Just so that we don't fucking kill ourselves, I need to ask this. The bell is manual, right? It's not automatic on a timer?
manual.
Okay, good. If anybody has ever been belfried, that's a good way to not only die, or pardon me, go deaf, but the fluid in your ears can like rupture, and you can get brain bleed from inside one of those big ass bells. It's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think. Now, is this? You said there's a trap door. Is this a ladder down situation? What's Chance's sightline going to be from here?
Hold on. Sorry, yawning. I think it's you pop it open. There's a ladder straight down to a sort of, shall we call it, supply room.
Mm,
It's a good long little climb, but you can still see at the bottom.
right.
Looks like this room is a room in and of itself, separate from the church. Effectively speaking, you're going up, working your way into the tower,
Right.
and you'd be coming down in here.
Okay. I think Creed like sets his case down, opens it up, pulls out all of the like side like shelves and whatever. And I think he like puts his pistol away, grabs a Bible, tucks it into his coat, grabs a crucifix, and then pulls his gun out again and stands up.
Well, Mr. Creed, not that I have any doubts in your abilities, but should this be the last time we interact, I wish you luck.
Mr. Chance, whatever we find down there, I trust you will do the right thing. And I'll start heading down the ladder.
Okay. So, one sec. There you go. You get down to the bottom, and it's what you'd imagine. It's a room. They've got the wine. They've got wine stored here.
Really? Up here? You think it'd get hot?
Don't believe they'd put.
Yeah, Birch
Oh,
Miller.
God.
Birchie.
Your mic exploded, Birchie.
Textbook microphone attack.
Yeah. So they got wine, probably like survival supplies. Because I'm
Mhm.
assuming this is the fallback point.
Right. Some candles and such. The door to this room is actually one of those like two-piece doors.
Gotcha.
You can open the top separate from the bottom.
Does Chance come down the ladder with me, or does he stay up in the tower?
I think that he would come down.
Okay. So if you come down, then Creed will open the top door and just kind of lean out and look around the, I'm assuming the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Good golly.
Lovely.
You look out.
6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 13.
Yeah, you look out and you can count out about 13. They're all more or less just shambling blindly around the room, except for one. The one stood up at the
Pulpit. The word you're looking for is pulpit.
No,
one
that's the altar.
Oh.
Oh. The one stood up at the altar.
I thought the pulpit was the stage
seems-
leading to the altar.
No, the pulpit is the
The
podium
pulpit
thing.
is a separate podium from which scripture is read.
Isn't
Yep.
that what he's standing at?
No, it's this thing off to the side.
Gamzee, is he standing at the altar or is he standing at the podium?
There's a difference?
Yes,
Yes.
according to Birchmila.
He stood at the podium like a preacher.
So I was right.
But effectively speaking, he's the only one that isn't shambling around the room blindly. He
Right.
stood there, and it looks like his hands have been clasped together. Roll me a scrutinize real quick.
No problem. It would help if I opened the right thing. There we go.
It's always you.
Everybody says. Ugh. It's dark in here.
Yeah. You can tell the hands are clasped, and he stood strong, but hard to tell much else about it from there.
That guy definitively is not the Reverend, right?
Clear as day.
Okay, just checking. So Creed ducks back in, closes the door. Well, I got good news and I got bad news for you, Mr. Chance.
I'm in a good mood. Let's hear the bad news first.
The bad news is at least one of them ain't your garden variety. How would I say this? Garden variety
Spawn.
shambler, I guess. Garden variety shambler.
Well, all right. What's the good news then?
The rest of them, well, as far as our circumstances go, weak.
Oh. So they're mook enemies, if you will, and head high.
I am not particularly enthused about desecrating the pulpit in which he finds himself, but circumstances might require it. There might be profane magic afoot. I mean, there's certainly profane magic afoot, Mr. Chance, but there might be more direct profane magic in play here. I would recommend stay out of sight and cover me to the best of your ability.
Mr. Creed, I have a question for you.
Of course.
Would you rather us be a little louder? Be a little this?
You cut out.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather us be quiet or a little louder with this operation?
You should remain quiet for the moment until we learn the capabilities of the preacher. After that, use your discretion.
I only say that, Mr. Creed, because I have an ability to attack with my very soul. It's very quiet, very contained. Works
That-
very well for beating on animate things.
There is a greater than likelihood chance that attacking that fellow with your very soul could backfire dangerously. As I said, let's get some more information before we move in.
Sounds a good plan as any to me.
Opens both doors, steps out, gun pointed at the ceiling, crucifix out in front of him.
Are you trying to sneak around a little bit?
No, I just want to go to the rail, like the nearest rail looking over the sanctuary from the door that we were just in, and try to get a better look at what I will refer to as the preacher until otherwise corrected.
So you're coming out of here to try and get a better look at him.
Yep, but staying on the second floor.
Okay. So I'm going to read this off my notes, but I need a clarification first.
Sure.
How dark are you okay with me getting imagery wise? Because as far as I'm aware, that's a very important thing to know.
It is a very important thing to know. You are correct in that regard. PG-13 And I know it's not really avoidable because we are in a church, but let's keep the specific religious iconography down as much as possible.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, PG-13 with that. There you go.
Okay.
Like, don't invoke a prayer to Satan, is what I'm saying. Also, don't invoke a prayer to God. Like, let's just avoid it completely.
I
Uh,
always have a hard time with knowing if this fits in.
Well, I
Can you
mean,
put this backstage real
yes,
quick?
send me a message backstage. I'll take a look. Stay tuned, everyone.
I'll be right back. Someone in my family is arguing loud enough that it can be heard through my headset, so I'm scared it's going to come over mic.
Well, thank you. No, I think that would be fine. As long as we keep the subtext out of it, Gamzee. Wild
Okay.
West plus that subtext can get a little bit not great, but avoid that, we're fine.
Totally. So, you come out, and once you start taking a better look at it, you can see a rope extending to the ceiling.
So somebody got above the pulpit, is what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. Something to that degree.
Is the individual at the end of that rope clearly a zombie?
Following the rope, you can tell it is the man at the...
Right, but he's like obviously a zombie.
Yes.
Okay. From this position, could I tell whether or not Homeboy was a zombie before or after he got lassoed?
I honestly don't know. Like, from this distance, I don't think there's a good way to check that.
Does he in any way seem like a different type of zombie?
Roll your monster check.
Monster hunting?
Mm-hmm.
Can do.
Monster Hunter. Do do do.
That is a shitty roll for me.
Wow. I don't think you can tell.
Okay.
Maybe it's a bit too dark in here or something.
Yeah, right. Because I figure like the only light we're getting is from the stained glass windows, and it's probably like 5 o'clock at this point.
Right, yeah.
Like, so it's and churches are dark in the best of times anyway. Like, so I think Creed is like like Chance. You can see him like pause and kind of like lower his gun a little bit, like what the hell, and like lean over the rail. And then can I, with my eyes, can I follow the rope up to the ceiling?
Yeah.
So he is lassoed from the rafters of the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's zomboid on top of that.
It seems to be that way.
Interesting. Is there a check that I can make that would tell me if this is purposeful? Likewise, is there a check that I can make that this is particularly occult, magical, or monstrous? Like, dude being lassoed in front of the pulpit creates a beacon that empowers the zombies, or something like that. Like, is there a way that I could know that?
I think so, but I think you'd have to be closer.
It's okay. This is a situation that if I fire a gun, there's going to be a howl, and all of these motherfuckers are going to come running, isn't it?
They will all become very aware of you, yes.
Okay.
I bet you wish you had a throwing knife right now.
I have a knife, and I can throw it. But I doubt I'll cut a rope that way.
I
All
see.
right. Look back at Chance. Make a show of putting the gun away and taking out the Bowie knife, still holding the crucifix. And against my better judgment, I'm gonna try to creep downstairs.
Okay. Roll a sneak. Sneaking?
This is not gonna go well, but I will try. Sneaking.
Come on,
Where is sneaking?
get it.
Here we go. Sneaking. Boop.
Ooh, okay.
I dare say that stair is gonna make some noise.
You've still got a way out. Hang on. Zombies ain't smart. They're not particularly perceptive. But apparently they're perceptive enough.
Where are the stairs, by the way? Just like here?
Right. Sorry, one moment.
Oh, you're fine. I just want to like. Mostly, I want to know for Chance's line of sight. That's what I want.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Because Chance is gonna be my saving grace here. Okay, so I'm gonna come out down here then.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, probably like get down the stairs, and apparently that roll sucks. So probably like it's that thing where you get to the end of the stairs, too far to turn back, and then the last stair just like gives that like super creak.
Right. To your credit, the roll I made to decide if they notice it is only going to apply to 3 of them currently.
Okay.
So then, I think there's only one real way to go about this.
Ooh, all right.
So here's how this works, to my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Initiative is based on card draws.
This is correct.
You draw your card and the
A card.
A card.
Okay, I'll go ahead and grab one. Ba-doom. Okay.
Hold on, I can't fucking see for some reason.
You can't see because it's in my hand. I haven't played it yet.
Well, no, I'm trying to find something I was looking at earlier.
Ooh. I got an Ace of Hearts.
Hey, that's good.
That's real good.
Do believe
Nicely
it.
done.
This is that's a very useful. So I'm gonna open that over here. Oh, you're actually what I was looking for as well. Holy shit. Talk about lucky.
I believe it's unholy shit in this case.
Yeah, right.
I believe his name is Chance.
So, you
Chance
got
isn't
your...
shit.
No, but he mentioned Lucky.
So, we'll put you lads over here for the posterity of having tokens. So I can do this. Come on, you little bastard. Sorry.
You good?
Bless.
Okay. So, you roll a quickness.
Oh, so we don't need the card.
Okay.
You do, but the quickness is important to it, I believe.
Yes. Quickness determines how many cards you get, actually.
Aha.
Ah.
I see.
My
It's-
apologies.
You get an initial 1, and then you get 1 for each raise to a maximum of 5 cards total.
Okay.
And then do they add together, or do you pick the best one?
No, you keep all of them, and it goes down in order by suit and then value.
Oh, okay.
Like remember in character creation when like spade was the highest and I diamond is the lowest.
So if I got a 7, then I would get one more card? Is that right?
So the check is, believe it's a 5, and you get one additional card for each raise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd get two more.
No, raise is by 4.
Yeah.
So I don't get
Yes,
any.
You are correct.
So I don't get
Okay.
any.
My mistake.
But I'll get two additional ones.
Nice. Congratulations.
So I'll draw 2 cards. Those are good cards.
Okay. Well, I got an Ace of Hearts, so whatever that means.
Ace, I believe, is first.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it'll go aces, face cards, and then number cards, and then from that point, whichever suit you have determines if you'll be first or whoever is first.
Okay.
Right. So for the 3 I'm dealing with over here, holy shit.
What?
Dude. Bam. At least. Oh, fuck off. Give it to me.
What's the matter?
I told it to give me the thing, and it was like, you have to select a player. Okay.
Choose
So-
your character.
So if I understand this correctly,
These your cards here, Cook?
Yes.
Cool. I'll move mine over here, too.
I'll put these boys' cards over here.
Oh, you're going to go that
So-
high? All right. Cook, if you move up, we can get everybody's cards on the screen.
Okay.
There you go. So by that, then I'm going first.
It seems to be that way, yes, sir.
All right. Who is activated?
It is the 3 closest to you.
So
Uh,
this
not
boy,
in- This boy,
this boy.
this boy, and this boy.
Oh, not this boy?
Mm-mm.
He's closer.
He is. But he has not taken notice.
Got it. So this boy, and this boy have
Correct.
activated. Okay.
Triangle boy.
Can I see now what type of zombie they are?
Do me another monster hunting.
Come on, Creed. Come on, Creed. That'll do.
Criminy Christ above. Okay. So, yes, these are, luckily, garden variety.
Just shamblers.
Mm-hmm.
So not a huge threat unless you get overwhelmed.
Right.
Are they all shamblers or just the 3 that are activated?
It looks like
Like,
they
like,
are
wait,
all
what did I
sham-
roll for? Is I guess what I'm asking. Hello?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just
Silence. Yeah. I think when you get closer, you start noticing like there's no distinct features of a special beast here.
okay. How old are these corpses, or can I tell?
It varies.
Okay. Last question regarding that. Do
Mhm.
zombies burn out because of rot after a certain point, or do
Oh,
they
oh,
stop
yeah.
decaying when... Okay, they do.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. If someone's town is like overtaken by zombies, you can, if you've got the supplies, you can just wait it out a couple of seasons and they'll die off.
A couple of
themselves.
seasons.
Ah,
Okay.
Dependent on how old their body is, a couple of seasons and you're probably fine.
Okay.
So, like, a fresh massacre would take a lot longer than,
The graveyard getting dug up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I said last question, but because you said seasons, I'm just for clarification. Can they reproduce? I don't mean bite someone and turn them into a zombie. I mean baby zombie.
No.
Okay.
I mean, to that end, they can, you know,
Aye.
but baby zombies are not something you'll likely run into often.
If they're shamblers, then Creed's just gonna, like, he sees them activated, sees them turn. Oh, they're shamblers. Sheath the knife, pull out the peacemaker, cap the nearest guy.
Okay, roll your shooting.
Boop. 13.
Damn. Okay.
You gotta be careful with baby zombies. They're fast as fuck, and they can fit through one tall holes.
Yep.
Let me review my understanding. What? Hold on. Okay, I see. So there is a degree of randomness that is modified by your roll.
Okay.
If I'm understanding this right, and Cookie, stop me if I say something wrong, because I'm still trying to learn this.
No, go ahead. And I'm still trying to remember things about this.
So you roll, and you've gotten that.
Mm-hmm.
Then comes to a location roll, where your shot hits.
Yes.
Does it modify it at all if I say Creed is aiming for the head because he knows to aim for the head?
Yes. If I understand right, I can do this. That's right leg?
Really?
Yeah. So when it's rolled, I roll a d20 and
Right.
I add a certain number dependent on your target and the roll you made, which I put in the wrong modifier. Hold on.
That explains the right leg.
Okay, no, you land that fucker right in the head.
I was gonna say, with that roll, I would hope I hit him in the head.
You know, that would have been a...
So to clarify one thing for you for that.
Mhm.
Called shots are not, well, I guess they could be a you roll to figure it out, but most times it'll be a penalty to the shooting check.
Okay.
If you're just aiming for like the chest guts area, it's a -2. An appendage, it'd be -4. Things a little more specific like the head, hands, and feet are -6. And if you're getting really pedantic, like shooting them in the eye or in the heart, it's a -10.
Okay, I gotcha.
Okay.
So he would have nailed that fucker anyway.
I was gonna say, even with a -6, I got him.
Yeah.
No doubt. Okay. You're shooting the closest man?
Yeah. Now,
Just
how many times can you shoot a single action revolver in a turn?
I believe there is a mechanic for this. A rate of fire.
I'm using a single action peacemaker, Colt 45.
A single action pistol has a rate of fire of... The chart says 1.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, just plug that guy in the head.
1 per action. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
1 per action. I assume I get 1 action.
You have as many actions as you have cards to spend actions.
Oh, okay. Then I get 1 action. Okay. So yeah, plug that guy in the head and just like look up at the second floor. Mr. Chance, I do believe we have made ourselves known.
It would appear that way, Mr. Creed.
And just like pull the hammer down and wait for my next turn.
Okay. So what you gonna do, Cook? Missed a chance.
It'd be the zombies first. They have a 10, don't they?
Oh, you are correct. I misordered this.
Put.
Take that fucker off. Make you a 2. I'm still learning this. You'll have to forgive me.
Hey, that's what Open Dice Night is about.
Yeah, we're all learning.
We're having fun. At least I am.
So-
I hope you guys are too.
Learning on the fly is.
And all you
So
folks
then-
at home, I hope you're having fun too.
So then this man, I believe they've got a pace of 20. So he can come about he can start shambling up towards you. And that's about all he can do here. Now that's you, Mr. Chance.
That's still the zombies. They have a spade, whereas I have a diamond.
Fair enough. And then that one's this boy. So then he is also going to whomp. Whomp, whomp, whomp. There we go. Now, Mr. Chance. Okay.
Miss.
I think I got it.
The chance. That'd be me.
Is there? Sorry, Cook. Is there
No, go
another
ahead.
stairway that would eventually lead to Cook's or Chance's position?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so as long as I'm down here, Chance is safe.
Hypothetical, yeah.
Cool.
Assuming you don't get overwhelmed.
Right. Hypothetically. Okay. Just checking. Go ahead.
Oh, I forgot. I need to do. Go ahead. I just have to roll their their awareness after you have shot.
Yeah.
Still good.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. They bust.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
I'm guessing they rolled poorly.
Zombies are dumb.
They are indeed dumb.
Okay.
Righty. So,
And apparently their eardrums have already decayed.
Yeah, right.
let's go on ahead.
What kind of chance will he take?
I believe the chance that we're going to take is to aim for this little bugger right in his mouth.
Which one?
This one.
That guy. Okay.
You gonna dome him?
I'm a dome
Do it.
Make your shooting.
shooting. God, that's terrible. I'm gonna spend a blue chip on that. Fucking my
Criminy,
shooting. It's a D. Yeah.
criminy Christmas, my guy.
That's a 6 in total.
Ouch.
Okay. So here's an important other thing to clarify. How do we determine toughness again? Because that is the goal to hit, correct?
I believe so.
So the goal to hit is their toughness, at or above, and I need a reminder on how you reach that.
I feel like, knowing nothing about the system, all I can do is speak of the fiction. I feel like their toughness would be relatively low if they're shamblers.
Absolutely.
Their toughness is low if you hit them in the head.
Yeah, but fair. That is completely fair. Or if you deal radiant damage.
Wrong system, I think, but sure.
I mean, there is a holy man class.
So knowing absolutely nothing about the mechanics, I would say like 4 or 5 at the most.
Honestly, probably. What the fuck? Where'd that go? Anyway,
Shy, you should break in and say that.
Turn undead spell.
Oh no. What did I do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
I see what I did. He has become part of the map. There we go.
Switch the layer, Gamsies.
Switch there, punk.
Okay, so
Dome the motherfucker.
dome. So that's gonna be my 8. And then my 7 is higher than. So
My 7 is higher than your 7. Dome.
I think, because Chance likes hot dog in it, instead of shooting this one with a rifle, he's gonna attempt a soul blast.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let's see your
Okay, that's not terrible. That's gonna be a full hand.
okay.
Swear to God, Cook, if you get the black Joker. I swear to God.
Oh, good, I got the red Joker.
Oh god, that's really good for you, isn't it?
I mean it. The red Joker doesn't do anything. It's the black Joker to worry about.
Ah, okay.
But the best I have is a pair. That's still some amount of damage, though. That is a d6 of damage.
Okay. Roll it, Kronk. Oh yeah. He's domed.
I got him domed.
Which one were you doming with that?
Bob Lamb.
This boy?
His head just
Blah, blah, blah.
explodes.
Which one?
The one that is over by Creed that has not died yet.
Okay. With the explosion, another check if the zombies are yet aware.
So, what I'll remind you is Soul Blast. Very.
Ah, you're right. Okay,
But
never
you
mind.
did fire the rifle.
I did fire the rifle previously, yes.
I did a check for that one already.
Oh, okay.
They bust again.
They busted again? Oof.
Wow.
Oof. Okay.
Whoever this church is for has really got your back here.
Yeah, right? It's cause Creed is carrying the crucifix. Totally.
Yep, that's definitely it.
So everybody used their cards. So what happens now?
Well,
if I understand right, we go through the beginning process again, right, Cook?
so I haven't used my 6, but I am going to use cheating.
I'm sorry?
I'm going to use what is called cheating.
Oh no.
When you don't want to use a card, and you can only do this with one card in a round of combat. Instead of using it, you take it.
Oh, you put it up your sleeve.
You put it up your sleeve, and then I can use that.
Save it
I
for
can use
later.
an action at any time next round.
Oh, that's cool. What's the drawback of that?
That you don't get to use that card in that round.
Oh, so you could add an action to a later round.
Yeah,
It's basically delaying an action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like delaying.
I'm basically holding an action card.
Cool. Okay. And then we
Yeah.
roll quickness again?
Yep. Roll quickness again for
All
determining.
right. This is a cool system. I like this.
It is.
Is it
Fine.
possible to use that cheated card for your initiative?
What do you mean by that?
So not quite a raise there, Creed.
Yeah, so I just get one.
I
Bye,
also
Doom.
get one.
Like, if you notice that you drew one of the first cards for initiative, could you cheat the card and then immediately use it to go first? If that
No,
makes any sense.
Because you
I can use my cheated card at any point in time.
you can
Gotcha.
use
Nice.
quickness to determine how many cards you get. But yes, like
Yeah.
it goes into Cookie's hand. He can use it whenever he wants.
Yep. Well, if we're being physical, it says put it with your fate chips, but we're online, so we can't really do that.
Yeah.
Right.
But then, yeah.
So these boys are stupid up.
I was gonna say these boys are currently unactivated, aren't they?
They're still just blindly hobbling about.
Now, I have another monster hunting question for you, GM.
All right.
Once they're in this state, there's nothing for it, right?
Once they're dead?
Once there's like, you can't cure a zombie.
No.
Okay. Cool.
Far as you are aware, there is no way to return the living undead to the living.
My pace is 8. I'm assuming that's how far I can move.
Yes.
What is that? That's 8 squares?
Yes.
Okay. So who's going first? I guess Cook is going first.
Yeah.
I don't see any cards for the zomboys.
None of them are active yet, so
Oh, okay, I see. Can we
Oh,
can we hold these cards then until they're active?
effectively speaking, you can if you
I mean-
like.
I mean, yeah, you can hold your card if.
Yeah. Oh, did you already roll?
No, I was gonna. I'm gonna do a soul blast on the guy that's down here.
Cool. How do I? Oh, here, take card. I'm just gonna put this back in my hand then. I'll use cheating on that.
Hey, that's a couple raises.
Oh boy. Oh
So
boy.
I'm gonna
Whatever.
move my card down here.
Real talk though, I like this system.
It is good.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
So
I do like the way that they handle things.
7 cards.
You have 7 cards. Oh, because you're doing a spell.
Yeah. Well,
Just
I-
don't lose track of the one that you had that you stole.
yep, I know it's face down right here. So yeah, that's another pair. So let's go do some d6 and damage.
Oh, okay. Hit him with it, boss.
That's a 2.
Actually, 2.
No other pairs in there. I think. No doubt you hit him with it,
It's a baboink.
but it's like punk and it like falls onto the ground, but it's clearly not dead.
Well, that's what I done did.
Yep, that noise.
So
That-
And then yeah, I'll still hold on to my 6.
oh shit! For fuck's sake, there we go. So 8 squares is 40. So I can
Yeah.
get up
You can
to
get-
this boy.
Yes, you can.
I would like to get up to this boy
Okay.
and just get a good look at him.
Okay. Once you get over to him, it's clear. I want to be very clear. This is not religious symbolism.
Okay.
This is meant to force it to keep form.
Force it
It-
to keep form?
It has been. Its hands are clasped together with a rail spike through its hands into the podium, and it's got one through each foot.
Christ Almighty.
So
And-
this is absolutely deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell if this was before or after it became a zombie?
I believe the best one for that would be what's the one?
I don't want to be that guy, but what are the odds that this is the preacher?
I already
Right.
asked. That was the first thing I asked.
Never mind.
He is not dressed like a preacher, but medicine.
Medicine. Okay.
Medicinal.
I don't have any points in medicine.
That's okay. You'll roll a single die of that type and take a -4.
Now hang on, Cook.
Yeah.
In my base stat for knowledge,
Uh-huh.
I've got 3.
Yes.
So I would only roll 1 regardless?
Yeah, whenever you do an ability check that you don't have any kind of proficiency with, you use 1 die of your main skill set and take it's either a -2 or a -4.
Okay.
Entirely sure.
I'll look into that between games.
Yeah.
2.
Okay. Is that a 2? Wait.
It's either a 2 or a 4.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm having a monkey brain moment.
Monkey brain.
Brain
6 minus 4 is 2, homie.
You rolled a D8.
Aye.
Yeah.
He said 1 die of that type.
Yeah, he rolled 1 die from his knowledge.
I had the wrong sheet open. Never mind.
Ah.
Sorry, forgive me. So hold on. I'm farting out here.
I have another question that might be a little bit easier.
What's that?
Does the placement of the zomboy, is it just ritualistic, or is it ritualistic in the magical sense? Like, is this just some drunk motherfucker came in, lassoed him, and staked him to the ground, or is this like black magic?
Well, that actually fits into the answer I'm going to give you for the medicine.
Okay.
Got this figured. This was, so to say, a foolproof roll.
Okay.
You can tell that this guy was, well, shall we say, he wasn't as strung up as he is, but he was not a zombie when he was first put into this situation.
So somebody made an example of this fella, and then he got zombied, and then it got worse?
Yes. Do me a scrutinize, would you?
Yeah. I just want to make sure I have all the information for this. Yeah.
Oh boy. With your looking through it with the medicine,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is already a thing, but when one roll directly assists another you are doing, I feel it fair to add a sort of bonus to that second roll. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You were doing a search to figure out if he was already a zomboid or not.
Right.
So I'm going to say that can confer a D4 onto that scrutinize.
Cool. I'll take that. No, I won't.
Got any more chips?
No, he do not.
So, okay. So, if I'm not going to get any further information, that's fine. Let me make sure I understand the information that you did give me. Is that okay?
Mhm.
So, this dude was placed here, like, hands on the pulpit, profaned in some way, and likely ritualistically murdered. And then he became a zombie, and after that, he got lassoed?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're telling me?
Yes.
So we're dealing with at least 3 parties. The victim, the ritualistic perpetrators, and then the lasso guy.
Right.
So we're dealing with 3. Now, the first and third party could be the same, but we don't have a way of knowing that. The sequence of events is he got staked like a vampire, then he got turned into a zombie, and then he got lassoed. Right?
That is effective. That is to Creed's best discerning what has happened.
Do I have any idea who this man is?
God, let me.
If not the specific person, maybe a profession.
Yeah.
Profession? That's not too hard.
Can I tell how old the corpse is? I assume this is a newer zombie comparatively.
Right.
In fact, is this guy a newer zombie than the zombies that I just shot?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Yeah, what profession is he?
From the looks of the body, from the looks of the clothing on the body, it looks like that. Trying to think of the term.
If you don't know the term, just tell me, like, in descriptive terms, what is he? Like,
the guys that handle like distribution of paperwork for a mayor.
oh, he's an actuary.
Yeah.
So he's in like a suit. This would be a young guy then. Young guy in a suit, dragged up here to the church, vampired. Then whatever affected the zombies in the graveyard affected him, and then after that, somebody lassoed him to the looking straight up because he hasn't noticed me yet. I assume like none of the zombies are activated right now, right? Looking straight up, what is this rope tied to? Like the rafter, right?
Mm-hmm.
How, like, there's no easy way up there, is there? Because the balcony is behind me, like 10 feet.
Right. To be very clear, Fox, it's not particularly easy to see the rafters to say it's tied up there. It might be staked. It might be stuck. There might be something holding it.
Regardless, it's not like it's in an obtuse position.
Right.
Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm.
Is it accurate to say that a man of normal means would have difficulty getting to that position?
Absolutely.
Does that, for want of a better word, raise the hair on the back of Creed's neck?
Oh, yeah.
Can I make a monster hunting check?
Yes. This is a situation I don't think Creed has ever encountered.
Oh, so I can't make the check.
You absolutely can. This is just one of them special cases you'd have to resort to your memory of the books.
Got it.
You've read the theory, now can you apply it?
Yeah, right.
So... relatively speaking, I think you're aware there are situations that can bring these about, but it's always occultic magic.
Right.
It's always person-to-person interaction, not natural phenomena within the ground like a usual zombie raising.
So that implies this bro was the target and the zombies in the graveyard were collateral. Is that a fair... like, don't tell me if it's right, because I rolled like shit. Is that a fair assumption?
That is a fair assumption.
Okay. Is there anything, like, on the podium or around this dude? Is there, like, a magic circle anywhere? Is it open to a specific scripture? Is the Bible profaned in some way? Is there a Bible?
Roll a search.
All right. I would like to do this, and if this gives me a penalty, fine. I would like to do this in a way that does not alert the zombie directly beside me.
Right. I assume you mean
The
the boy
lasso
down
boy,
here.
yeah.
Okay. That's actually enough.
Okay.
You find a couple things. On the ground at its feet is a note.
Okay.
If you read it right away,
I don't. I'm
okay.
Creed is not in a position to lower his perception to like read a thing. So it's just like, oh, thing with writing on it, pocket.
I realized I said if. I meant to say do.
Yeah.
But additionally, he's got his hands clasped like fingers between thumb and forefinger. Know what I'm saying? Not interlocked, but
As in prayer.
right.
Okay.
You can see about the length of one's finger could reach. There's a little marking made on the podium. Looks like his finger's a little bit worn, like he did it.
Interesting.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to repeat back to you what you just said. I need to make sure I'm following you correctly.
Mhm.
Before he was a zombie and he was placed here, he tried to leave some kind of sign? Is that what you're saying?
That's a reasonable draw from what you currently have.
Yeah,
Information.
to clarify, when I say that, I don't want the GM's answer. I want the GM's answer, right? Like,
Right.
I just want to make sure that I'm not misconstruing what you say because I process information incorrectly sometimes.
It's not particularly an alphabetical symbol either, mind you.
Right. But it is a symbol of some description and obviously important to him.
Right.
Do I recognize it?
You are a hunter. You possess books and such that have.
I can go check my. If you're like, no, not right now, but you can check your book. I'm fine with that answer.
I think that's my answer. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the most reasonable
Can
answer.
I commit it to memory?
With a cognition check.
Reasonable. Cognitio. 5.
You can get it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I will commit that to memory.
Realistically, if not, you can just come back for it later.
Right. So then, the fact that there is a symbol here, that leads to the belief that Homeboy was alive for a bit. Can I tell what actually got him? Like, what's the cause of death, or can I tell? And how long has he been... I don't want to say dead. How long has he been undead?
So... Oh, excuse me. The air is coming back.
And I'm counting on chance to keep an eye on the other zombies while I'm looking this guy over, by the way.
Right. Okay. For that, real quick, chance, I need scrutinize. Scrutinize. Then Creed. I'm sorry, remind me your question.
What ultimately killed him?
With everything you can tell about this situation, the chances are it was likely bleeding out from the little spikes.
Oh. So he died over days.
Chances are.
How long has the Reverend been missing? 2 weeks? I don't know that, though, do I?
You do not.
Okay. But Homeboy's been here for a bit. Now, remind me, do I know that the people of the town herded the zomboids in here?
believe one of the others told you that, did they not?
Yeah, I think
Checking.
Evangeline mentioned it.
Okay.
Or maybe not. I don't
Is
remember.
it a reasonable assumption that it is odd that they heard of these zombies in here and did not see this?
Well, honestly, I have to say not really, because it's a dark church, and
But he's
They were-
situated front and center on the podium with the light on him.
they're probably in a hurry to get these things in here and then close the doors.
I am also curious how they got them in there.
Yeah, but we'll circle back to that. Like, it is not suspicious that they didn't notice this boy.
I don't think so.
Okay.
If you believe otherwise, you are fully within your rights.
I'm just saying it. Yeah. If it is a. Sorry. Now I'm the one losing my words. If
No
it is
worries.
not a reasonable assumption that this is suspicious, that throws into question the sequence of events.
Actually,
Whereas if it's suspicious.
I am wrong.
Okay.
Because behind the podium, there's always like that big glass, that big.
Exactly.
That big
It's the
window.
first thing you see when you open the door.
It's probably one of those things that people aren't mentioning because they're fucked up. This is fucked up.
Yeah, but I'm Charles motherfucking Creed, like. But okay, so it is.
That or the people that do know it because they saw it, they're probably drunk off their asses or.
Okay.
You could always circle back and press them on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the information that I need to piece this puzzle together is how long the zomboids have been in the church. Because theoretically, the Reverend disappears, then this man gets vampired, then the zombies show up. And that will give me a time frame of the event. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I need to figure out how long the zombies have been a thing.
Right.
Now, again, before I put my foot in it, there is nothing to be done except put these monsters down.
That is correct.
Okay, I'm gonna put this man out of his misery.
Okay.
So, get the information I need, look up a chance, give him the gallows nod, pull out the 6-shooter, blast this guy in the head.
For posterity, I need the roll.
I mean, okay, but I'm gonna put the barrel right against this temple.
Yeah.
You could always get a jam.
No,
could.
valid.
You know, you could miss point blank. You know, like Fallout logic.
You'll hit.
Also, XCOM logic.
Yes.
So
Oh god, no.
here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The rope.
that
The rope. You hear like the sound of a rope snap when you shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
The whole rope falls to the ground. This dude like starts drooping, and all of the zombies become very aware of you.
Yeah, I figured. Can I get a look at the other end of the rope before all hell breaks loose?
Probably. Roll a.
Do
Yeah,
we want
roll
to save that for next week?
or have that be the last roll of tonight.
We'll have that be the last one for the night.
Yeah, so like crash, rope falls down, all the zombies, and then yeah, okay. So yeah, let me just real quick look at this rope. You said what did you say? Sorry.
Scrutinize.
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 Wow. It's fresh rope on the other end.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, so it's like in the gloom, the zombies start moving forward, and Creed starts thinking about his exit strategy, and that's the last shot of the episode. All right, cool. Just for the sake of clarity, I did kill that guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Floor is yours, GM.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's been the first episode of Wild Cards, the February Odeon using the Deadlands Classic system. Let's begin our outros, shall we? Starting with our... Oh, goodness, hair, apparently. Starting with our man of the final kill. Oh no, you always do yours last.
Yeah, I always do mine last because I end the stream with that.
Then, as the man taking the biggest chance in the situation, Cook.
Hey, what's up? I'm Cookie, also known as the Extinct Bacon on just the platform. I love all things tabletop, and if you do, give me a poke. Always free just about any time.
We will see you tomorrow, Cookie.
Yes, we will. Boy, it'll be great.
Miss Mila.
Hey, I'm Birchmila, aka Gracie. I do art and things for kids channel, and I also love tabletops. So if you like either of those things, give me a poke.
If you hear Sibs,
Sibs?
I can do mine.
go ahead. It seems she's not here.
Yeah. I am kind of anxious because I haven't done these in a while. So, hi. Oh, never
Oh.
mind. Sid,
No, go
you
ahead,
can
Chad.
first. Okay.
Go
So,
ahead.
I'm Shy Shade. I was Marcus Dubois in this episode of February's Open Dice Night Wild Cards. I am a keeper on Kids Channel and a lover of all storytelling in all forms and mediums, but especially tabletop role playing. I'm very excited to be getting back into it now because tabletop role playing is the kind of format where a story could go anywhere and you can always tell it with friends. So yeah.
Sibs?
Hi, my name is Sibs143. I'm an artist, moderator, and stagehand for Kids Discord and Twitch. You can find me either looking in Twitch or Discord chat, or if you want to talk more privately, feel free to shoot me a DM and we can talk there.
Go ahead and finish us out, Gamzee.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I am the bot in training, getting a little more experience with every single show. I do so hope you've enjoyed this premiere of Wild Cards. I do so hope to see you back for the next one, and until then, have a fantastic night.
For my part, as always, I am the sharp-eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is the channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's to your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I'll be back tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. EDT, with the return of our Hollow Knight playthrough, or reshoot of Hollow Knight specifically, so that we can get our archives up to date. And then, in the evening, many of these, in fact, most of these people will be back for Voices of the Mountain in the evening, a double feature of Storm King's Thunder and Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden, where you can see what my DM strategy is like, though it's probably just as wordy as when I play Creed. Sorry about that. For now, I'm going to get out of here, but when I do, I'll be hosting someone. It's someone who I like, someone who I hope that you all will like, and can spread some of the love that was filtered today over on their channel. And check back here, because I'm always hosting someone, and you might find your new favorite streamer that way. For now, as ever, time to close the book on today and leave you with these parting words. From myself and my keepers to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers, whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time for more of Wild Cards and a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.